I'm here. I'm here. I was hiding. I was hiding because I wasn't done setting up. Oh wow, I have 2 dogs. Welcome in Godzilla. Welcome in Project Sakai. Y'all beat me to it. Congrats. Y'all are earlier than me. 3rd, welcome in Julissa. Oh my gosh. I was sitting like 2 feet away from my computer before stream. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to hurry up and like get this ready. And I had this whole plan like hours earlier. I just got a job today. Yo, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's something that what is it, fills your heart with joy or something. You know, something that you enjoy. 4th, welcome in Yurkun. Oh my gosh, I was working on a bunch of stuff. And I had the stream planned out and everything. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna go like this. And you know what I did? I procrastinated. And now here I am still setting things up. Not really setting things up, everything's set up, but I need to have the things that I need to have. Like I sketched out the idea that I want to work on because I want to finish a piece today, so I had to have the sketch already ready. So I did, but I didn't set anything else up. And so yeah, I'm desperately looking for all my stuff that I'm supposed to have that I don't have. So this is fun. I'm gonna bug out for a bit. There we go. Okay, now let me turn this way. See, that's the problem with having having to do any type of social media management, because then you gotta go and you gotta be like, hey, I'm here. Hey, look, and that's usually what managers are for. But I'm managerless, not even maidenless, just managerless. So I am the manager. I'm the manager, the CEO, the intern, all unpaid. Where is it? I'm trying to type, but my drawing tablet is in the way. Give me like 2 seconds. Normally I would do this behind the curtain, but it didn't feel fair to start yet. There we go. And now here. It's like a beauty store, so I'm pretty excited. So I'm trying something new. Yo, dope. I hope it goes well for you. Yo, have you started drawing yet? No, not yet. I'm about to. I have to finish setting everything else up, which is literally just social media management. Go here. Go down there. Hit that one. Next. Actually, I gotta go back and adjust the sound thing. I feel like I'm having not a panic attack, but like I can't breathe, but in a normal way. It's normal, I swear. There we go. Accept and post. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we go here. Can I raid your Minecraft chest for some slime balls? Yeah, no problem. Yo, yeah. Nocturnal, welcome in despite it being 1 AM for you. Need them for a tunnel bar? Yeah, no worries. Oh, you're drawing today? That's awesome. I love drawing. I've been wanting to be an artist all my life, but I'm scared of people's judgment. I felt that. So you know what I did? I drew in secret for years. I had sketchbooks that I just like never showed anyone, and I never mentioned it around all my other friends who are also artists. Not all of them draw, but all of them do art, like in some way, shape, or form. And so I just like never mentioned it. And occasionally I would just be like, oh, I want to try that too. And then I would never update them. And so yeah. Oh, I remember now. Welcome in, Antonio. Let's see. Gotta go here. And then gotta download this. Save image. And we'll just save it in the photos. Almost done. Now I just need to import this into the file. And then we can get started. File. Open. And go to pictures. That. And open. There we go. There we go. I'm going to be drawing on an image, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Say hi. I have a giant bin full of notebooks filled with drawings. Yo, you should draw Oop Oop Boonga Boonga. No, I'm not doing requests today. I already have something picked out. So, let's switch over and hope everything works perfectly fine. Let's see. Is the tablet on? It should be on. Let's see. Well, it's definitely up. There it goes. It just needed a little bit of tempting. And then, yes! Okay, everything works. So yeah, so basically there's this other VTuber that I really enjoy watching, and her birthday's coming up on the 8th, on the 6th, on the 4th, one of those, something with a multiple of 2, right? That's how I remember it. But she's gonna do a stream, and I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if I had like an art piece ready for her, because I love doing that, making art for people. And so I sketched out like a couple of ideas that I had, and so I think I'm gonna go with this top one up here, because I think it's like really cute, but also I'm not sure because I want it to be more birthday themed. I was also thinking this one at the bottom. It's like a very rough sketch, as you can see. And so it's like me in the corner and then like a cake and a present and some balloons, because I thought that would be cute. And by the way, this is Albion, otherwise known as Alice Kirusu, I want to say. I could be saying that wrong. Despite watching her so much, I'm just used to calling her Albion. So yeah, I thought it would be cute to like do that as kind of like a birthday present. I think I might... At first I was like, oh, well, the first one is like more detailed, so it would be easier. But I think I'm actually gonna go with the bottom one so that it looks more like birthday themed-ish. So let's go ahead and we go here. We can select the object, and it won't actually let us do what I thought it was gonna let us do. So let's do this. And then invert, which is this one, and then erase those. There we go. Guess what, my best friend? What's up, Antonio? What updates do y'all have? Because I've pretty much just been running around, finishing things that I needed to finish, drawing letters, and yes, I said that right. And then let's change the canvas size. What canvas size do I want? Honestly, I don't know. If I hit OK, okay, that's just the same size. Let's see, edit, canvas size. There we go. And then I normally just do this because I brain no think. Just see. I prefer landscape, honestly. Wait, landscape? Yeah, because landscape is horizontal, portrait is like up and down. I love drawing ease. Also love spelling wrong drawing. Yeah, drawing is fun. Draying, I assume, is also fun. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's all fun. I enjoyed a lot more than I actually thought I would, because I thought, oh, I gotta be careful, because oh wow. Because if I start doing this too often, then I'll like not enjoy it. But let me tell you, it's the most like, or it's the least stress-inducing thing, because I know how to do it, you know? And so it's not like a struggle for me to be like, wait, how do I do this? I mean, nothing else really is a struggle. Most of the things I learned through like tutorials, so it's not that stressful. But just the fact that I'm like confident that I can kind of hold my own in this situation. Okay, I know what to do. So I'm gonna shrink this just a little bit, have it in frame, and then hit OK. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this one, because I want to have both of them on, because I think they're both cute, but they won't both work just like that. You can tell I'm sleepy, just wanted to pop in and say hi. Have fun. I'm gonna go before I knock my head on my keyboard and crash. Yeah, no worries, you get to bed. Yeah, sleep is definitely important, both for mental health and physical health. So you have no choice. Invert, and then erase. And then from here, the object to transform, I doubt that. Oh no, wait, invert again, because I still have it inverted. And then I can make this smaller, because that one's gonna be like a little like funny sticker, like, oh, she's eating cake. Apply transform, yes. And then this one, deselect, and then we're gonna be like right here. Invert the selection, erase everything else, transform it, forget that I inverted it, There we go. And just kind of fit it the way I need it to go. Not rotate. The only thing is that for some reason, whenever I installed the driver for this tablet, it's not a new tablet, but whenever I was like setting it up the first time, I don't know why the keybinds were just wrong. And so now the keybinds, instead of like Control Z being undo, it's B, which is so inconvenient. Hi, sorry, I'm here just cooking it up in the kitchen. Ooh, nice. What are you cooking? 2 more months until my birthday, my best friend. Yo! Let's see. 2 months will be October. Oh, yeah, you have the spooky month birthday. I briefly remember that, I think. I think I remember that, unless I dreamt something about that. But I do remember something about an October birthday at some point in time. So, yo, a spooky month birthday. I'm so excited. I wonder if I can... I think it would be neat on Halloween to do like a stream or something. Either like on Halloween or before, because I know my siblings do like they do like celebrating it. Shrinking with? No, cancel. And so I don't know if they'll actually like let me stream on that day. Why does it do that? Can I have it not do that? Invert, erase, and then if I move it again, yep, it's still there. So let me just leave it off to the side, and then I'll worry about that later, because if I select it wrong, then it will erase the other stuff, and that would be no bueno. What I can do though is I can go in with the eraser. I need to sneeze. Not really, but I kind of do. I kind of do. I don't want to admit it. Okay, that is way too small. There we go. I can just erase this. There we go. Wonder how far I'll get. Hopefully I get to it like at least flat coloring today, because otherwise I don't think I have. I mean, I can make time. It's just, you know, gonna be a little bit difficult. Let's put it right here. I think that'll be cute. There we go. That's the good thing about digital drawing. You can just move stuff around. It's not like, oh, I gotta erase it and redraw it if I want it to look cute. Otherwise, come in with a plan beforehand. Are you kidding me? Nah, I just click and drag, baby. Let's see. There we go. And then see what pins I have. I can't remember what pins I've been using to line because I've been working on my iPad. There we go. That's the pin. Okay, now we gotta turn the sketch into an actual merge with layer below. Gotta turn the sketch into an actual drawing. Let's see. Ooh, I gotta think. Make good old fish and chips. Nice. I think I've only had them once, and it was whenever I went to Las Vegas with one of my cousins. And we went to Gordon Ramsay's, like, I think it was like fish and chip shop or something like that, but we got fish and chips. And I mean, you know, the fries were good, so there's that. I don't really have anything remarkable to say about it. I mean, it was alright. It wasn't bad, it just... I mean, like, it was good. You know, I can't say it was bad because it wasn't bad, it was good. But, I mean, it wasn't like, oh, these are the best fries I've ever had. It's just like, yeah, those are good fries. Like, that's it. There goes my Gordon Ramsay collab. It's flying out the window right now. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was fun. Well, not really. Honestly, going to Las Vegas when you don't, like, gamble or drink, really, especially during the pandemic, it was probably not the best move in hindsight. I just went because, like, oh, you know, everybody talks about going to Las Vegas, so I want to see what Las Vegas is like. But we went during the pandemic, so we didn't really get to do much. At most, we went to, like, the mall that was in the hotel. It wasn't really like a mall, but it was like a little section of shops that they had, kind of in the basement area. It was honestly kind of weird. But, I mean, you know, I got a nice hoodie that I like, that I still wear from there. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull in a reference image, because I... surprise, surprise, don't remember, not what she looks like, but rather I don't remember I don't remember what she looks like. I mean, I do, but drawing stuff from memory is like super hard. Like, way harder than it should be. There we go. And then I actually had to go through the trenches of her Discord server. Nah, it wasn't trenches, but I did have to dig a little deep to find where she had her, whatchamacallit, reference photo? Yeah, it's like reference photo, character sheet, that's what it's called, character reference sheet. Let's go ahead and name that correctly, if I can. Beyond. I had to think for a second, I'm like, how do I spell that? Yeah. Food. I actually like ate an hour ago, which like, yay, I ate. Good for me. But let me hide the view just in case, because I'm not sure if it'll show File Explorer, and it would not be good if it showed File Explorer, so I'm just gonna hide that for a little bit. Give me 1 second while I import image, go to pictures, I'll be on reference. There we go. There we go. Pog. Okay, now y'all can see. It's funny because whenever I do that, it almost feels like I'm saying, alright, everybody close your eyes and keep them closed till I say it's okay. Which is not what's going on, but it does kind of feel like it, which is a little funny. Okay, let's go ahead and... we'll have it like that since I do want to focus on the face a little more so that I can finish this little chibi thing first, because that's gonna be the easiest thing to do. Let's go ahead and move this layer down so that I can draw above it if need be. Oh, that was weird. Oh, wow, wait, okay. Okay, I had to focus a little because sometimes the drawing tablet will bug out. Not very often, honestly, it's not very often at all, which I'm thankful for. But sometimes it will bug out, and so I have to like concentrate and be like, okay, what key do I hit to make it work? Okay, eraser, that's not eraser. Which one is eraser? Well, that's not eraser. I guess I'll just have to do it manually. There we go. The lines I did in pen are so like so clear that it looks like I drew it digitally first and then just lowered the opacity. There we go. I know, I agree with you. Oh, Pog. I don't remember what I was talking about, but yay, you agree with me. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see, like that. Like that. Nah. Like that, maybe? Nah, simple is better. Simple is better. Oh, wait, no. And then erase this part. There we go. You know, so I was working on like an animated overlay thingy, to where it could scroll through the chat commands that I have, because I finally went through and figured out, okay, which ones do I have actually active, and I fixed some of the other ones. So I think mayhaps if I hit this one, socials, I may have finally fixed the socials one, because I know I was having trouble with that one like whenever I first got it made. Let's see if it works. Yay, I did. Okay, there was like some weird, oh, you need to have this many points or something so that you can use it, and I was like, what the heck is that? And so I set it to 0, and I didn't test it out because, you know, obviously you need to be running a live stream in order to test it out, but I just tested it out. And so yeah, that works. And so now I know all my chat commands, but I need to get them rotating on there. But I did figure out how to activate the donate one. And so if you hit !tip, TIP, then that's how you donate. And so I finally I finally figured that one out. because I probably knew whenever I first set it up, but then I didn't think about it for, you know, a good while. And so I never really needed to do that. But yeah, that's how Year was able to get the text-to-speech thing, text-to-speech message to come up. Because yeah, I have it linked on Stream Elements. So yeah, finally got that figured out. And then everything else should work. I think I have like a Twitter one, a Discord one. Obviously that one, which is also activatable for Linktree. I think if you just like put !links and !link show, I want to say. I don't know. It activates the same thing basically. And then also there's one called !8ball, which is kind of like !faith in the sense that supposedly I think you ask it a question and it gives you some type of response. I've never tried it. So if anyone wants to give that a try, if not, whenever I'm not as focused, I'll give it a try, but I don't really know what it does. It said something like, oh, you know, you can ask the 8ball a question and it'll respond or something like that. But I don't know how that works. So I'm definitely gonna need to try it out. There we go. And then like this. About. And there were some other ones too. You know, you would think having oh yeah, doubloons. I have a doubloons one. Doubloons. Now it doesn't sound right. But you know, the coin from the cat, the doubloon cat. I'm pretty sure it's doubloon. But yeah, I have one of those where you can earn doubloons. I forgot about that one. And Faith, Twitter, Discord, and I can't remember any of the other ones. I know I have more. Oh, I think I have a Ko-Fi one too. But I'm telling you, it'll help me whenever I get that rotator through. If I can't see something, I will forget it exists. And that includes everything that's ever existed. Including me. You know, I fall asleep, I don't see myself, forget I exist, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. I live to some extent. So it's very, very crazy. Anytime that I say crazy now, first thing I think, crazy? I was crazy once. Locked me in a room. A rubber room with rats. The rats made me crazy. It's not instinctual, or I guess instinctual muscle memory. That's the word. I love the fact that, like, I'm kind of one of those where it's like, oh, if there's the right word for it. Like, I'm very picky about how I say certain things, just because I like the fact that there technically, or usually, is a word for everything, and so I want to use the right word, right? And I don't know if this comes from like trauma of at one point we had a teacher, or I had a teacher, not we, so I don't think we went to school together, but I had a teacher, and whenever she would get really, really mad at us, like really, really mad, she would inflict punishment on the entire class by being like, okay, everybody open up that science textbook and go to the glossary, and you're gonna copy down all the words. And I was foolish, right? I was young and naive, and so I did it. And I finished it because I was fast. And then she was like, oh, you finished it? And I was like, yeah, I finished it. And she's like, do it again. Open up a new page and start over again. Do it again. So, you know, now I don't I don't really finish punishments. Or at least I stopped trusting the teacher. So I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I did the thing. I thought you were gonna be like, okay, then just sit there, put your head down, or oh, you can go read or something. But no, just do it again. This isn't fair. And so I went really slow that time. I think I only got like 3 words before like the class change happened. And they were like, okay, now it's time to go to your math lessons. So I was like, never again. Never again. I never finished it after that because, I mean, why would I? But yeah, I learned a lot of neat words there, and a strategy that I would use in class a lot whenever I was bored. If it was a reading class, I would actually go through the textbook and I would read the other stories. Because, like, don't get me wrong, don't take example from me. If you're in school, try and pay attention to your classes, right? Especially if you don't have weird memory like me, where I didn't study for a majority for a majority of my school career, but I always had like really good grades, so I don't know, I just remembered funny. My memory was just good. Nah, I think it was because, like, I was gonna say I'm pretty good at memorizing things, but that's not true. So I don't really know how I got through it, but I did. And you know what? I'm not gonna question it because what's past is in the past, and I didn't question it then because I didn't want to figure it out and then not be able to do it anymore. There were some things I had to study for, obviously, but it was very rare. I'll never forget the first time that I actually had to study. It was for like this AP biology class. It was like already way in high school. And so I had to study for the exam, and there was like this, I can't say which natural disaster happened, but it wasn't like a, okay, it was a little significant, but it was during one of the natural disasters that happened. And so, you know, we were kind of not in school. Why don't fish play basketball? I don't know, why don't they? I'm trying to like think something about like coral or something, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. And so we were out of school. We weren't actually in the school buildings, but we had essentially virtual classes. And it wasn't during the pandemic, it was before that. And so we were out of school, and the teachers were like, hey, you know, go and keep up with that. Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't have, I mean, I have chat open in OBS, but I don't have the little browser thing open, and I think the browser thing is faster. I was wondering why. I was like, something about my setup is wrong. There we go. Because they're scared of the net? Oh my god. I get it. I get it. Okay, and then... well, that's there. So then, I guess everything else is fine. Is all the audio okay? That's what I forgot. I forgot to set up the second screen so that I could make sure everything was okay. But we were out of school, and the teacher was still giving us homework because we were in AP class, and the AP classes, it's like, it's not the teachers that are really in charge of those classes, it's more so the states and stuff, and like local Congress for some reason. And so they were like, okay, well, we're still gonna have the AP tests because obviously we're not gonna stop for a natural disaster. Those are fine, you're fine. And so we still had to study for it. And so I had to study for it, and I learned really well in a class environment, but I learned really bad at home. And so I had to study on my own, and I was doing this like worksheet or whatever in the textbook, and I could not focus. And not because of any like external noises or anything. It wasn't that someone was distracting me. It was really just I have a hard time focusing on my own. And so I got so angry I was doing the work, and I got so frustrated that I just like chucked the book to the other side of the room. And, you know, I sat there and I cried a little bit, and then I went to go pick it up and I continued my homework because, you know, I was still gonna finish my homework. But that was the first time that I had like such a strong reaction to the thought of anything related to school, because other than that, I had a very easy time in school. I was lucky. But yeah, no, I just hated that. And I still held some resentment to that textbook. I think as soon as the school year ended, and they were like, oh, you can keep the textbooks, I like threw it away that same day. So it really upset me. It like genuinely upset me. And I'm not sure why. I think, I don't know, it may have to do with some like deeper issues the more that I think about it. Like, oh, well, I didn't really know how to study because I never had to. And so it was frustrating the fact that I couldn't pick it up as easy as most of the other things that I picked up. And so that's what frustrated me, probably. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I did not study child psychology, so I could not tell you. I didn't study psychology of it either. I don't know why I had to specify child psychology. Well, I guess technically because... Okay, so, funny thing actually. There was this professor, or this teacher, and... No, this teacher. Yeah, this teacher, because he was in high school, right? And so whenever they did fish camp, which is what they called, whenever the middle schoolers came over and they kind of gave them a tour of like, oh yeah, you know, this is the high school and this is where everything is and this is where you're gonna go next year. Aren't you excited? And we were all like, yeah, because we're dumb. And so there was this one English teacher and he was like, oh yeah, so actually you guys are like literal children because your frontal lobe cortex or whatever hasn't fully developed, and it won't fully develop till you're around 21 years of age. So you are all absolute idiots right now. But someday you will grow into fine adults, I'm sure. But it was so weird. It was such a like jab, like, damn, we literally have barely met and you're already like, you are idiots. But someday you won't be. But right now you are. I don't know what his deal was, but his class was kind of fun. His class was weird. It has weird memories to me because it was one of those classes that I had a nice time in because I had to try sometimes, but not all the times, and I had to try enough to where, que bonito un gatito, vente a concha. But whatchamacallit, I had to try sometimes. Because some of this stuff... Okay, so funny thing about how I try, right? And I say this in air quotes. Normally, my best products come from me giving up. And that sounds like backwards, right? Because what do you mean you have to give up? But the thing is, I guess it's more so like this. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, but who isn't, right? But the only way I get around that and actually end up producing anything that I feel not even confident in, just like I no longer fear producing anything, is whenever I'm like, you know what, I don't care anymore, I just want to get this done. And that's usually where my best work comes from, because I'm no longer afraid of failing, because in my eyes I've kind of already failed. And so I don't let that bother me. And then I end up making what I intended to make. And so yeah, it usually ends up very good. And so that's what I had to do for some of the assignments in this class. And that's where he would be like, oh wow, this is really good, you did a really good job. And I'll get really high grades and I'd be like, what? I gave up on this one, what do you mean I did good? It's not how that's supposed to work. But yeah, there's a funny little tip. If you find yourself being a perfectionist, just give up, but still do it. Just give up. Give up on it being perfect. I know that's easier said than done, but do keep in mind, like, it's not a good feeling when that happens for me. It's not like a, oh well, I'll just do what I can. I'm not all smiley during it. I get so, like, pissed off. I'm like, oh, this shit, oh, I wish I could do better. This sucks so much. And then I, like, finish it. And I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this. Or like, I don't want to spend as much time on this, and then I get it out and they're like, wow, this is great, and I'm like, stop messing with me. Sup, I'll be back later. I'm with my dad. Okay, enjoy, be safe. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's how I get out of that. I don't know if I can recommend specifically, oh, everyone should do this, because the amount of anger and emotional turmoil that goes through my head when that happens is palpable. So yeah, it's a good tip because it works, but as in terms of, is it a good thing? Well, that's a different story. But yeah, there we go. There we go. They look like really weird deformed tadpoles. Deformed. I've been having trouble speaking recently, and it's not... I say recently, but not really. It's just I've been noticing that I have trouble speaking. And it annoys me. because I want to be able to speak like I was gonna say fluently, but that would be like an issue in terms of the actual language. But that's not what I have trouble with. What I have trouble with is enunciating, because sometimes I'll say stuff and I know that I slur my words sometimes. Like I'm like instead of like really enunciating everything so that it sounds good. And whenever I'm really focused, it comes out good. It comes out so good that auto captions like love me. They're always perfect. But sometimes it doesn't, and that's annoying, because then I know I have to like really be concentrated and actually go through and fix all my subtitles, and that's no bueno, because then that puts more work on me. So I really try to enunciate my stuff better, but we're all getting better, right? We're all getting better, right? It's always gonna be something that we gotta work on, but as long as, I don't know, as long as we don't give up ourselves, I guess? I don't really know how to say it, but just keep working. When things get hard, what I do is I keep working, which isn't good in the long run. I need to know when to take a break and stuff, and I've said this before, but I have trouble taking breaks. Because I'm like, well, I could be working, even on days where I'm like, I intentionally, like the weekend's only one video. On the weekend I'm still like, oh, well, you know, I could get this done if I really want to, because like I enjoy the work anyways, but that's like, it's not good. I need to take a break, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. There we go. Hi, Pepper Gets Me. Welcome in, Shadow Zelda. I think it's been a little bit, hasn't it? I think so, if my memory serves me correct. Let's see, I am drawing some fan art for a VTuber that I really like, because her birthday is coming up, but don't tell her that I'm drawing this, because that would be embarrassing. I don't know, I get embarrassed when people know that I'm making stuff for them, because I'm like, oh, no, you're not supposed to know, it's gonna be a surprise or something. Go like that. There we go. I should have lowered this opacity a little. Yeah, so that I can see my top lines better. It would be cool if I could like make this any bigger so that I can really get more detail in here. Bop, 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 bop. I guess it's okay. You're a really good artist? Aw, thank you. That means a lot. Sometimes I think that my stuff is a little too weirdly stylized or something, and I'm like, oh, I just need to stop drawing. But no, sometimes I do like my art, so I'm like, okay, maybe just a couple more drawings. And then I keep drawing. That's not the eraser. There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead, and that's still the eraser. That's not the right brush. There it is. And bop. That's the real hard part about hair. It's like, do I want it to curl in or curl out? I always make my hair, not just my hair, but like any hair that I draw, I always make it like, woo, like really, really fun and wavy all the time. Because then it shows like volume, you know, because if you just do that, I mean, you can do that like for fringes, but it comes off more as shading, you know? So yeah, because like if I draw a box, right, and if I do this, then it looks like, oh, that looks like hair or something, you know, like roughly, very rough, but you can tell like, oh, that's probably like hair strands coming over, right? But if I do this, then it looks more like shading or something, not really hair. So yeah. The only trouble that comes with drawing hair is, since I always do like the edges kind of not looped, but curved. I was gonna say curled, but I was like, there's a C word that I'm thinking of, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, curved. So I always do it like that. I have to be very conscious about how I do it, because I don't know how to describe it, but if too many things go the same direction, it doesn't look good to me. There we go. There we go. Wait, is this on the same? That's on the same layer, no. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just be really careful while erasing. Yeah, that'll be a-okay. That'll be a-okay. They won't be able to see it when I zoom out. I should really make that bigger. Okay, just a tiniest bit bigger, but after I finish drawing, 'cause otherwise, I don't know what'll happen otherwise, but otherwise, and then a vague threat that scares me so much, so I couldn't possibly do that. Go, now we gotta draw a hand around the corner. What does that look like? I think like a thumb on top, and then like an insinuation of a hand down there, but then I won't really actually draw a full hand because one, lazy artist, but two, well, honestly, I'm not lazy. Okay, ever since I've started like focusing more on this and really pushing it a lot harder, I've noticed that my work ethic is not lazy. It's just, I push harder than I actually thought I did. Dang, I don't have enough potatoes. Is that a lurk or a peek emote? No, it's not. Well, it is like a peek, but it's not for an emote this time. I'm doing a illustration as a birthday piece for a VTuber that I like. So yeah, like this is her. It's Albion. She's a vampire VTuber themed after chess. Isn't that interesting? Her stuff, I enjoy her content. So yeah, if you want to go check her out, definitely go do it. Let's see, at Albion on YouTube. So yeah, fellow YouTube. Oh, okay, my apologies. Oh, you don't gotta apologize or anything. You didn't do anything wrong. There we go. There we go. When it was close up, it kind of looks like that. Yeah, it has like heavy inspiration from my lurk emote. So yeah, no worries. The similarity is there. I see it. I see it. We can do this like that. I think would be good. Oh. I think I'll just leave it like that. And then I gotta go and I gotta erase. Nope. Gotta erase this because I really don't know what it was. And erase this. Erase that. And erase this. There we go. And then I'll also draw a little tail because I think it'll be cute. I like the little tail. And I think that's okay. Or it might need to be moved just a tad bit higher. Well, that's rotate. Yeah, that's better. I don't know what about it specifically is better, but in my head it's better. There we go. Oh, that's right. I do need to also erase the lines. Eraser and erase. Is that everything? I think that's everything. There we go. And now these little flowers. Hopefully it doesn't like blur too much whenever I make it bigger, because that would definitely be a little inconvenient. 3, 4. 1. Grab and move. 2, 3, 4. Up. 3, 3, 4. 4. Why are these flowers hard to draw? They're supposed to be simple. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There was this video that I watched, right? And I can't remember. I can't remember if it was a short or if it was like a full video. But there's this lady on YouTube who, or I suppose a YouTuber, right? Because technically she's a nail tech too, but not really. But she makes her own nail polish, right? And she's called, if I'm not mistaken, it's Christine, right? But she runs the Simply Nailogical channel, right? And if I'm not mistaken, for like some commercial or something, some promotional stuff for her nail polish line that she has, they were shooting like a video or something for it. And for that scene, or for the footage, they needed like one of her nail polishes to be like melting. Not melting, but melting outside of like an ice cube or something, like if it was frozen and then it was defrosting. Because I think like it was named like something frost or something like that. I think freezer burned, I think is what it was called. But they needed a shot of it melting outside of an ice cube. And so that's what she did. And it didn't freeze. Like whenever it was melting, she opened it up and, you know, she swatched it on her nails. And she was like, I was expecting it to be like clumpy or too watery or something, but it wasn't affected at all. And so, you know, on the one hand, that does mean that it was high quality, but also, what is nail polish made of? Like, I don't even know what it's made of to be like, oh, well, yeah, it's good quality, or oh, it's bad quality, because I don't know what it was made from. So I don't know if the quality would really dictate it, because maybe it's just stuff that's already unfreezable. And so who knows what that was really made from. I don't know why my head just keeps like going back to like, oh, it's made of paint thinner, but how would that make any sense? It doesn't, you know? There we go. And then we'll hide that. And we'll bring that back in just a bit. So let's move this here. Yeah, we can leave that like there. And then with that hidden, we start a new layer. I'm gonna do the other objects first because I feel like it's harder. It'll be harder to draw the character, in theory. Cool thing about Clip Studio Paint is that if you like click somewhere, or you know, if you put a dot somewhere, right, then you hold shift and then you like drag it, you can see that there's a line, and so that's how you can do straight lines. And if you hold shift, it'll actually continue on from where you last did it. Isn't that neat? I think that's neat. I forgot how I learned that. I think I just accidentally held that and I was like, a straight line? Because, you know, the bane of all artists' existence is having to do anything with like straight lines. Like, for example, a present box. The only thing is it is a little bit skewed, so you gotta actually be intentional with your lines. That, or you can go through and actually clean the edges, which is probably what I'm gonna do in a bit. There we go. Oh, it didn't actually need cleaning. And that there. And then this here. Up. There we go. Zoom in. There we go. And then what would it be like this? And like that. There we go. Nope. I don't think I've actually ever drawn like a ribbon in 3D, other than like, oh look, this character has a bow tie, and even then you can tell it's like not really that great. Be right back. Okay. Let's see. Enjoy and be safe. Yeah. Yee. Oh, that's the opposite of zoom out. Let's do this. I feel like the music is a little too hype for what I'm doing. So let me go through. I don't know what I'm going through, but I'm going through at high speeds, in fact. I'm barreling through. Not even just going through, just barreling through. You know what I just remembered? I need to go on to Genshin soon and get the Kaya skin, because I think it's really cool. But I haven't actually sat down to do the quest. I started it, but then I was supposed to be doing other stuff. And so I didn't finish the quest. But I need to go get that quest done, otherwise I will not get the Kaya skin. And for like a split second a while ago, not really a split second, I spent like half a day thinking, no, I missed out on the Kaya skin, I'm so upset at myself. It was free and I still missed out. But then I went back on a couple days later and it was still there, and I was like, oh, I really need to take advantage of that before it actually does go away. I think there's only a couple days left, so I think I might have to try and get that done today. There we go. Okay. Let me go and change the music, because while I like this, I want something else, you know? Let me open up that tab. I feel so out of breath, but I swear I wasn't doing much today. Let's see. Where is it? Lo-fi generator. There it is. There it is. Pull this out. Go here. Lo-fi generator. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I hate like pushing pause on music whenever it's like not done or at like some type of beat, to where it's like the end of the beat. In the middle of the beat, it hurts my soul to stop it. And so I always gotta wait till it's ready to be stopped, you know? I don't know what that means really, but it means something to me. And so I'm gonna continue to do that, because you know what? Nothing bad has occurred from it yet. So, you know, I shouldn't go wrong with that, I think. Get some water too. I can't remember when's the last time I drank. Make sure to stay hydrated, y'all. Hydration check. Hydration checkpoint. What is it? Hydration... What's a word for that? I don't know. Like... I don't know. Because I was thinking checkpoint, but what's another word for checkpoint? I was like, that's a weird looking eraser, because it's not an eraser. Save point? Save file? You know, I don't know. Hydration stop? Pit stop? Hydration pit stop maybe? Maybe. Yeah, I can't imagine what else it could be called. There we go. Am I gonna have to look up what a bow looks like? Because, oh, that's not the eraser. I'm not liking this bow. It was easy for me to draw whenever I was sketching it, but that's because I didn't really have to draw it. I just, like, whoa, look, there's a bow there. It was supposed to be left for a problem for future me, but now I'm future me, and it's my problem, and I don't know how to solve it. Go. Ugh, just had like a big hiccup. Like this, maybe. Like this, maybe? No, it doesn't look like a bow. Wait, I'm thinking about this too hard. Because if I just complete the other side, then it does look like a bow. Kind of. Just kind of. But you know what? I hope you know what, because I don't. I have no ending to that argument, but in my head I'm winning. So you know what? I'll take that as a win. Because, I mean, no one could disprove me. I'm sure there's not a valid reason as to why not. So, sorry to say, but I think that's a win for me. That's a win in my pocket. I think I'll just leave it like that. Now erase this bottom line. That's still not the eraser. The muscle memory. The muscle memory is kicking in. There we go. Should I erase this and then just focus on the center of the bow? I might have to, but I don't like how it's parted in the middle. So what I'll do is I'll finish that part. Nope, not do that. Erase this and erase that. Go here, select the actual right brush. There we go. Nope. Like this then. I mean, it could be better, but it could be worse. So, no, it doesn't. I don't like it. I still don't like it. Eraser. Erase. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. And then this one, I just kind of like goofed around for the cake. I wasn't really sure what to make. I can't remember if there are shape tools in here. No, but there are. Is this only for vector ones? No, it's not. Sweet. Okay. So in that case, what I'll do is I'll do a polyline. And those are fill. There's no way to make the radius of the edges better. This one? No, that's something different. How big is the pin? The pin is 26. I think 26 on this would be too big. I think maybe 20 should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, the size of the brush will look different depending on if you have the pressure settings on. Because if you don't, then normally it looks a little like bulky and stuff. So like with the pressure, you can also make it small. But without the pressure, you can't make it small. So it's just like as big as it can always get. And for some parts of the illustration, that is not what you want. Or for most illustrations. It honestly just depends on what you're making. Like that. Oh, wait, that's not supposed to happen. Okay. And then from there, I can actually go through and fix up the edges to make it actually look like a cake. I remember when cake decorating videos were like really big. Those are always so satisfying to watch. That and like the baking videos. That's still not the eraser. Wait, okay, so then the eraser should be E, right? No, pencil set is E. If I... Okay, let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna go into keybinds and actually fix this. File... Would be in here. Modifier key settings. Tool specific. I don't... Do I scroll down? No, this means nothing to me. Maybe general settings? Nope. Cancel. Where would it be? File. Not print settings. Maybe preferences? Yeah, maybe preferences. Let's see. It opened on another screen. I once had a friend of mine. I went over to their house and they had a drawing tablet, but it was hooked up as another monitor. And I asked them about it and they said, oh yeah, well, I got it because originally I did want to draw, but then I gave up. And so now I just use it as another monitor. Which on the one hand, like, you know, fair. But on the other hand, that's a perfectly good tablet. And I think it was like a Wacom too. And the thing about, so graphic tablets, right? There's like 2 main known brands. I think there's another one too, but I can't remember it. So, you know, obviously it's not as well known. And I know I have a bias towards one because that's the one that I use. But the other one is because, you know, everybody knows it. It's kind of like the Copic markers in terms of the alcohol community. Alcohol marker community. Very, very distinct and different communities, I think. But with graphic tablets, usually whenever you're like, oh, you know, name a graphic tablet, any artist or any person who can name a graphic tablet will usually be able to tell you about the brand Wacom. And they're like, you know, the biggest thing. They're like the Copics, you know? They're like huge and everyone knows them. And also, if you don't know what a Copic is, it's basically this like very high-end, or, you know, marketed as high-end, you know, alcohol marker for artists. It's essentially the Prismacolor of the alcohol world. Alcohol marker world. Very different worlds, I think. And if you don't know what a Prismacolor is, honestly, where have you been? No, but Prismacolors are like the expensive artist color pencils, and they're way better because their quality and saturation and, you know, a bunch of little things that make them overall better, and most artists prefer them. I don't do enough color pencil art to really have a preference on it yet. Like, I've done some art that I'm proud of with Crayola things. At the end of the day, the material that you use, no matter how much it costs or how much, like, oh, this is from this brand, so it has to be good. Welcome back, Godzilla. No matter how good it's supposed to be, it all comes down to how you use it, because any tool, both big and small, expensive and inexpensive, can be used to make great things and can be used to make horrible things. Hello. Hi, welcome in, Westby Wolf. I'm giving a little rant on tools and stuff. Originally, I was supposed to be talking about graphic tablets, but I got distracted. But yeah, so Prismacolors are, you know, like the well-known color pencils for artists. Copics are the well-known alcohol markers for artists, and then Wacoms are the well-known graphic tablets for artists. And so those are like big brand names and stuff. But the other one, because there's always like a brand that's like, oh, they're like the underdogs and like the people who, you know, can't afford the really expensive stuff, like me. What are you drawing? I'm drawing a birthday illustration for a VTuber that I like called Albion. She's very cool. She also streams on YouTube, so yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna make like a little birthday thingy, so I think it'll be cute. So it'll be like a birthday cake, and there's balloons behind the reference image that I have in, so yeah. That's it. Just a little silly, goofy birthday illustration thingy. Hells yeah, hells yeah. But yeah, so I don't know what it is specifically for like the Underdog brand for color pencils. I don't remember. I knew it at some point, but now I don't remember. And then for Copic, the things like a Wahoo or something like that, I forget what they're called. But for graphic tablets, it's Huion, and they are like way less expensive than Wacom's, but they have really good quality, like Wacom's, and you know that's why they're the underdog of that world. And that's the one that I use. And so my friend had like a whole Wacom one, Waka, yeah, Waka. He had a whole Wacom hooked up as like a third monitor. And so like, you know, part of me was like, you know, it's his, he can do whatever he want with it. But on like, you know, deep inside of me, I was like, a Wacom for a third monitor. And it wasn't even like he was using it with a pen to really take, you know, advantage of the whole essentially touchscreen capabilities. I mean, it wasn't actually touchscreen, right? You had to use like a specific control for it, you know, the drawing pen. But still, you know, he was just using it as like a monitor. And so I was like, but it can be used for so much more. And so I just didn't say anything because, you know, who am I to say how to use something? But still, I was a little sad. I was a little sad. No, I want it. There we go. That should be enough, and then I'll just go through. The reason I selected is because I don't want it to go too out of bounds, but I do want to kind of just go crazy for it, because I want it to have, like, black icing. So I don't want to have to worry about going outside the lines. There we go. I say there we go, but I continue to like redo the line. Let me activate turnip pen, and yeah, if I get it big enough, I can just like cheat the icing a little bit. I left, but I'm back. Welcome back, Project Sekai. You haven't missed much, just a couple of rants, the usual. There we go. Now I'm doing icing on a cake because I'm procrastinating doing the main character, because I've always had this habit. Whenever I'm a fan of anything, my favorite character, I try and procrastinate drawing because I don't want to draw them badly. And so this will lead to me drawing like usually my least favorite characters first. Or, you know, characters that I don't have as much attachment to. So on the one hand, it's kind of like, ooh, I'm saving the best for last. But on the other hand, it's like you're just procrastinating doing the other one because you're scared of failure. And it's like, yeah, but don't say that out loud. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. As much as I would like not to admit it, I found that it's better to be honest with myself so that I can grow past my limited capabilities. If you're gonna lie to people, just don't lie to yourself, because that's the thing that's going to affect you the most. Lying to other people, you know, it can affect you, but not as much as lying to yourself. And that's why I make my own OCs. I felt that it's like less scary to make an OC, because then like if you do forget to draw stuff or if you do mess it up, it's like, oh well, it's not that big of a deal because I'm not offending myself. But if you draw something that someone else makes, you're like, oh, I want you to think it's cool. I want you to think it's nice. And so yeah, you're right with that one. There we go. There was this VTuber that I saw, right? I'm not gonna say who just yet because I don't know much about them yet. But they're a new VTuber, right? And I mean like new. They just started maybe like a week or two ago. And I saw their model and I was like, oh, I really like their design. What about it looks familiar though? Like something about it, it's like so striking that like it's sticking out to me, but why? And I was looking at it for like a good 20-ish minutes and I realized that the reason that I liked it so much was because it kind of looked like me. And the colors were very different, but the general silhouette was like strikingly similar. And I was just sitting there and I was like, it's like me. And so it's neat. It's like a different different animal and everything. I know the inspiration is different, but the like end silhouette looks like me. And that's the cool thing about art. Sometimes people will come up with stuff that like through completely different routes they end up in around the same endpoint that you do. And so that's why I like games where it's like, oh, draw your interpretation of this or draw something based off of this prompt. Like stuff like Inktober. I think, ooh, it'll be fun. Oh, I didn't think, wait, okay, that's 2 months. Yeah, for October I might try and do the Inktober thing. I never really had a reason to actually stick to it other than that one drawing class that I took where they were like, it's for a grade. So I might try and do Inktober. But yeah, that's not what I was supposed to be talking about. But yeah, stuff like Inktober where people work off the same prompts, that's really neat, you know? And it's cool to see everyone's different interpretation of it. I remember for like the class thing that I did, what I did was I was drawing essentially my favorite characters so that I wouldn't get burnt out too fast. And I always did like this weird train of thought thing where like if it started off with like candle, right? I'd be like, candle makes me think of light, which makes me think of dark, which makes me think of caves. So I'm gonna draw a cave explorer, you know? And so I was always doing that. And whenever I would submit my assignment, I would always like the text. We didn't really have to name the piece, but I would always just add in the comments like, word is this, and then a bunch of arrows leading to the final result, which was the inspiration for the piece. And the teacher commented the first time that I did that, and she was like, thanks for your train of thought, it really makes sense. And I was like, so I might have gotten a bad grade if I hadn't done that. Oh my gosh. What's a G-pen? I wonder. It says like G-pen and then real G-pen, so like what is a G-pen? I would assume, I'm assuming, right? And this is going completely blind, but I would assume it's something like a graphics pen. But like what exactly is a graphics pen, you know? And why, like, because real one is just like more pixelated. So like even if whenever I increase the size, so I don't know what it's supposed to mean. But I don't understand it just yet. But maybe someday I will. One day, maybe someday. I was about to start singing a song that I liked, but then I was like, hey, maybe don't do that. So I'm not. Ugh, you know that moment when you eat a lot and then you have like almost reverse burps where you gotta like breathe in to help like the food settle, and it's not like, oh, I feel nauseous, I'm about to, you know, like I'm about to throw up. It's not like that. It's literally just like I feel like I need to breathe, otherwise the food will start slowly creeping up, which is really weird. And it happens not often, but it's not uncommon. So I don't know what that means. Like that. Ooh, this music is kind of like spooky. It kind of fits the little bat thing that I'm doing here. There we go. There we go. I think what I might do instead of having to redraw them all is I might just copy and paste this one. If I was really smart, I would have copy and pasted the wings, but I didn't think about that till it was too late, so I'm not gonna do that. There we go. There was this one piece that I did forever ago that I will never show because I'm still embarrassed about it. It wasn't like really an embarrassing piece, it's just I don't like the way it came out. And like with how far I've grown now with my art, and you know, even now I'm not super great, but it's definitely like quite a ways different from how I used to draw. And so just looking at that makes me like shrivel up. I'm like, oh gosh, I tried hard, I know I did, but oof. But I did this piece of clothing on that character that I drew, and they were wearing like short They were wearing shark shorts, and the way that I drew the shark, I drew it one time and I was like, oh, that's really cute. I don't want to have to draw it a bunch of times, so I made it into a brush, and I don't know where the brush is now, because I don't think I have it. I think it was back whenever I was using like Fire Alpaca, which is a great software if you're ever looking to get into digital art on a computer. And you know, Clip Studio Paint is nice, but I recommend getting it on sales and not the subscription stuff. I do the same thing. Like now I can't never look back at my old art. I felt that it's rough, because it's like, on the one hand, like, you know, you did do something, you gotta give yourself credit, you did do something, but on the other hand, it's like, oh god, I thought this was it. I thought this was like my magnum opus. It's really rough, but yeah, Fire Alpaca is good. I used to do little GIF animations there. But yeah, Clip Studio Paint, don't get it. Don't get the subscription one, and only buy like the full one. I think, what do I have? I have the Pro. And I don't know if they still do it anymore. I haven't kept up with them, but they used to do like Christmas sales and summer sales. I got mine during a summer sale, so I got it for like 25 bucks. But if you don't got money, which, you know, me too, Fire Alpaca. Fire Alpaca is where it's at. It's like Paint Tool Sai, but free. Yeah, Paint Tool Sai is also another option, but I can't remember if they do subscription or if they're one-time purchase option too. But I never really got into Paint Tool Sai just because the UI looked a little too outdated, so I just never actually looked into them too much. There we go. Okay, I'm back from work. Yo, welcome back. Let's see. I was not supposed to do that. Oh. I might just restart the wings. I think I'll start with like a basic triangle and then cut little holes into the bottom pieces to make it look more like the wings. She doesn't really have like a theme with bats other than, you know, the vampire thing. And so, you know what, I'm just taking that and I'm running. I'm just running with it and hoping for the best. I wish I could sit in a chair correctly though. I always gotta have like one leg on the chair. But like my legs on the chair don't fit underneath the desk. Welcome in, Sai. I'm drawing today. Let's see. Polyline. Will this one be too thick? It will be too thick. Go back and let's shrink the line a little bit. There we go. I am drawing today a birthday piece for a VTuber that I like called Albion. Oh, there we go. I forgot to fill it. And also I want to make it smaller. Where's the size? Wait, will it just... Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay. Like this. Yeah, that'll work. And then I should have thought of this better and put like a symmetry tool or something. But it's fine. Oh, it's fine. Right there, right there, and right there. It could be better. But yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then let's go in and we'll be lazy and we'll just never be afraid to hack your art, artists. Never ever be afraid of doing that. Let's go like this, like that, and like that. There we go. Like, you can tell it was a pre-made shape, but it still doesn't look as bad as it could. There we go. That should be fine. Let's see what it looks like zoomed out. Oh yeah, that doesn't look bad at all zoomed out. That's another problem. If you do art, any type of art, zoom out, take a step back. Because I work super close, but you can see like, this is the, oh, you can barely see it, but I drag it this way. Okay, you can see this is like the full view of it completely zoomed out. And that little red dot right there is where my view is right now. And so you can tell it's like not a big part of the piece. So I'm definitely a little too zoomed in right now, but this is a small detail that I'm gonna copy and paste. So I want it to look somewhat decent. And for that, I feel like I need to be up close. Bop, 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 bop. It's a little crooked. Just a little crooked. Let me go with the lasso tool. There we go. Rotate this a little. The body shape kind of reminds me of Totoro, but I think that's just because like anything slightly ovalish shaped with like 2 ears will look like a Totoro. Let's go ahead and rotate that a little. There we go. And patch that back up. There we go. There, I think that's good. If I make this smaller, I can give it a little like notch up here to make it look a little more bat-like. I mean, it already looks like a bat, but I don't know, something about that is like, oh yeah, that's what every bat wing should have. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. My top 3 VTubers is like Filian, you, and Kenji. Aw, you're lying. I do appreciate the thought though. That's really nice. I like Kenji too, he's funny. And then Filian, like, I love her whatchamacallit, 3D content. Or I suppose it's all of it, like a VR content. She's just like so energetic, it's fun. Let's see. Like that. I have boba. Ooh, I'm jealous. You know, funny thing about boba, right? I like drinking milk tea no matter where I go. I want milk tea with boba. And, you know, normally they serve like boba with anything. They're like, oh, do you want to add boba to that? And I always just get it with milk tea. Because it's always tasted good. But the thing is... the thing is, every time that I get the milk tea, no matter where it's from... it's gonna sound really bad, so be prepared, but every time I get it, I get like these, not heart palpitations, right? But it's like, like my heart beats really fast, and I get like sleepy, but not in a like, oh, I think I'm dying way. It's just like, it feels like that, and I'm like, I need to sit down, I need to take a nap. That sounds concerning. Yeah, so it sounds bad, right? And for a while, like, you know, I don't get boba and milk tea all that often. And so, you know, like, it wasn't that big of a deal until I realized after like a good year or so, not of getting boba every day, but just like, you know, I'd gotten it more than a couple times, and I was like, this happens every time that I get that. And I don't think that's normal because no one else talks about that. So maybe I should get that checked out. And so I Googled it because, you know, healthcare is expensive. And what it was saying was, oh, that usually happens if you're not used to caffeine, which I'm not, because the majority of what I drink is just it's just whatchamacallit. Give me 1 second, I'm like I'm hyper focused on these bats, but majority of what I drink is water. And even when I do drink juices, it's like, it's very rare that I do. Healthcare is expensive. Sounds like an American problem. You're from America? Yeah, yeah. It's a hassle because when it's not expensive, you gotta like fill out a bunch of paperwork, and then hopefully they give you healthcare coverage. And if you go to the doctors without knowing if you're covered, then it's like going to a place and they're like, well, you come in only because you feel like very bad and you want someone to help you. And so you go in and you can either come out, be perfectly fine, as in like they cure you or whatever, and someone decided to pay for everything, or you have to stay there for like 3 hours to talk with a bunch of insurance people, and then you might leave with a bill. Canadian is just America with cheaper healthcare and less guns. Canada is just America. Yeah, they're pretty similar from what I've heard, other than the actual culture itself. I heard the culture tends to be, or is pretty different. Let's go ahead and duplicate this layer if it'll let me. But yeah, that's why a lot of Americans are like, I'm gonna go to America I'm goofy. I'm gonna go to Canada whenever I get older and move. And so it's not uncommon to hear people say that. It sounds fun though. I've heard a lot of cool stories, like them getting snow. Like how that's a cool story, but it's not really that cool. It's just normal. It's a regular phenomenon in the weather that I hardly experience. I think I've played in snow like a total of 3 times in my life. So yeah, I'm impressed by snow, but it's because I haven't seen it very often. Did that do what I needed it to do? So this one also needs to merge down. Then I'll go through, and I was gonna erase everything, but then I realized I could just select everything and erase it. There we go. Fun fact, we actually had more guns than Americans just a few decades ago, but all our guns got jammed by maple syrup. Well, that's lucky. Oh my gosh. Maple syrup is your actual... Maple syrup is actually just y'all's federal agents. But like nobody acknowledges it. They're just like, oh, we don't talk about maple syrup like that. Maple syrup is no joking matter. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks okay. And we zoom in more. Scooch down. And then from here, what I'll do... Go ahead and merge that down. You know, I've noticed, and I say I've noticed, but I'm just now noticing, that I've been getting really confident with my line art and stuff and my art, to the point that I'm like, yeah, I'll merge all the line art layers. Like, if I were to open a file of mine, which I don't think I have any. I'm sure I do, but like in the depths of my file systems. But if I open up one of my files from like years ago of me doing art, it's like whenever I draw a character, like the head is on one layer and it's separated by sketch and then line art and then the face and then any other details, like those are all separate layers, and then the coloring and then the shading. Welcome in, Phyllis. You just woke up? Damn, is it morning for you or night? For me it's night, so we're doing this before I have to wind down and then crunch because I didn't edit the short for today. Let's see. There we go. But yeah, I used to separate it into like a lot of layers for no other reason than I was like scared of messing up. And so it was useful for me to have it all separated in layers so that if I did mess up, I could just go by and like fix one thing instead of like, oh, I messed that up, so now I gotta erase all these lines, and oh, I messed this up, so now I gotta redraw half of it because all the lines were overlapping, you know? But yeah, I have gotten a little more confident with that, so that's cool. Oh yeah, and then on top, I wanted to draw... What is this? Oh, it's the exterior of it. Open that up. It's about 9:30 for me. Fixing myself up for today. Great to catch the stream. Yo! It's morning, so dang. Good morning. It's not morning for me, but I hope you have a great day. Same with our healthcare. We actually have to pay for healthcare, but all the paperwork got covered in maple syrup and Tim Hortons coffee, so we just dropped it. Oh my god. I only draw on paper because I've never really tried digital art. Digital art is good. It's not all there is. I still have a really, really big spot in my heart for traditional art. And there are some things that I can't do the same in digital art. Like, of course, you know, in terms of painting, those are like two very different things. Let me search up a queen chess piece, because that's what I wanted to put for the cake topper. But I don't know. I don't play chess, so I can't even see my keyboard. Queen EN chess piece. Never be afraid to look up a reference, because that's, I don't think any artists ever, even like back in the day, you know, they had to look up reference. They sat there and they painted portraits of people that they saw in front of them, and when they didn't have people in front of them, they put a mirror and that was their person in front of them. So never be afraid to use reference, because that's just a silly goofy thought. There we go. But yeah, not everything has to be, you don't have to work towards a digital piece end goal. It's just if that suits what your goals are in art. So like if you want to make I don't know, like, well, even concept art can be done traditionally, but if you want to make something like, oh, I want to animate in 3D, then obviously, you know, you gotta, well, that's not true. Claymation is technically 3D animation, but not digital. I'm back. Welcome back, Gas with Grass. I said gas, and for some reason I thought I said grass, and I was like, grass? Gas with grass. A king is denoted by the crown with a cross. A queen is a big crown that point outwards and up. Queen looks bigger than all. Oh, gotcha. All I can tell is a knight piece because it's a horse, and I thought it was always the coolest looking piece. The rest I can't really tell apart. Like, I knew one of them had the crown with the cross and another one had a crown. And the rook, I think it just looks like a tower, right? But that's about all I know when it comes to chess. As you can probably tell, I'm not a chess player whatsoever. There was a chess club at one of my high schools that I went to. I say one, but now that I think about it, I went to the same high school for the entirety of high school. But I was a part of this like cybersecurity club, but there weren't many members in it, right? And so the management changed for like the people who were running the club systems and stuff, like the teachers who were essentially in charge of all the clubs. The staff had changed because one of them retired, and another one like went to go take a job somewhere else, and then the last one like was there for one other year before they also replaced him. I don't know if replaced, but essentially he like, you know, he was just like, hey, you know, I'm not coming back for next year. And so whenever that happened, they were like, oh, you know, we want to implement a bunch of different stuff. And one of the things they did was the main guy, right? Like the main staff person who was in charge of all the clubs, he came up to us one day and he was like, hey, how would y'all feel about a chess club? And I'm like, oh, I'm not really all that into chess. And, you know, my other teammates agreed because we were essentially the only ones. It was like a group of 3 of us, and we were the only ones inside of that club. And he was like, oh, well, I'm thinking about, you know, like if no one wants to join y'all's club, to replace it with a chess club. And we were like, oh no, we wouldn't really appreciate that, but, you know, please don't do that. And he was like, okay, well, I'll see how many people want to, like, would be interested in replacing it with a chess club. So we're like, oh, okay, I guess. And like maybe 2 people were interested in the chess club. So Didn't really work out for them. The queen is the one with the machine gun, and the king is with the power hammer. The bishop has a shotgun, and the rook has a sniper. The pawn has a rifle, and I think the knight has one too. Know what I'm referencing? Knight has a bow. No, I don't remember, but but that does sound interesting. Oh my gosh. FPS chess. Oh, you know what? I've heard about that, but I've never actually watched anyone play that. But I remember hearing about it because for a while, content creators were like, I'm gonna play FPS chess. And I'm like, what does that mean? First person is FPS chess 3D game? I don't think it was. It might have been though. Because I think all I remember is that they were like, yeah, it's first person shooter chess. And I was like, how does that work? There we go. It is. How would it be 2D? Well, you know, like those Stickman, what's it called? Like Flash animated games and stuff? And FPS at the same time. Well, there's some like Flash animated 2D first person shooter games. There we go. That's a TPS? Oh, what is that? What does that stand for? I don't know what that is. I just want to know what the abbreviation stands for, because I don't think I've ever heard that. Unless I have and just not paid attention. Shotgun King game. That's not the first person shooter, that's a third person shooter. Ah, got you. Well, no, I remember there was like there's one, and I can't name it because I don't know the name of it. Because, you know, it was in one of those websites where it's like a bunch of free games to play. Unblocked website right here, you know, during school, play it. But it was like literally you'd play as a stick. Oh, well, I suppose it does still count as a third person, because what I was thinking is whenever you would hit aim, it would zoom you in from like the initial view like this into the actual view like this. But because it still starts off like this, technically, yeah, it does still count as a third person. You're right. There we go. First person is like Minecraft default, looking out of the character, while third person is looking from someone else. Yeah, you're right. Like imagine your drone looking at you. Yeah, like F5 in Minecraft, whenever you can look at the back of yourself. There we go. I can't really get this chess piece right. Just doesn't feel right to me. Oh yeah, but essentially the staff member was like, oh yeah, you know, we want to replace your club with a chess club. And then nobody wanted a chess club, because who on earth would want a chess club? Like, we were not a nerdy school. So it wasn't like, oh, well, there was a bunch of nerds at school. And so everybody's like, oh, chess club, that's like the jocks. Like, no. No one cared for chess. The only ones who cared for it were the other club that was way popular than ours. And I say way popular, but they only had like 3 more members. So it was like double, which is still technically a good statistic, you know, like 200%, because, I mean, yeah, it was double. But it really wasn't much. Wait, is it 200% or is it... It might just be times 2. No, wait, that's 2%. No, that's 200%. That's 200%. But they were the other nerdy club, but they met so often because they were like the rocket engineering club or something. See, I say that like, oh, we weren't a nerdy school, but then we had that club. But to be fair, that was like the congregation of nerds. And I'm not saying like, oh, they were nerds. They were so, no, they were cool. They were cool. We enjoyed going over there sometimes to see what they were building. Let's see. Sniper would be first person. The problem is that the scope taps into a different dimension. While it's still technically 2D, once you use scope, you're on a different axis. Speaking of Minecraft, down to join me and Donut and Pixelmon after this? Is he's on? Probably not. I did not get the right amount of work done, so I probably won't be able to. Where's Pixelmon? I've been curious about it when I saw it in the Discord. Oh, so there's this server run by another person in the Discord called Anyone Down to Clown. I'm not sure if we're allowed to share the IP, but he's in the Discord. You can just DM him like, hey, I want to join the Pixelmon server. And then from there, you just download the Pixelmon mod pack. Welcome in, Moira Carlos. You just download the mod pack and then get the IP, and then you can hop on the server. Yep. But it's basically just Pokemon, but in Minecraft. It's fun. There we go. Let me undo. Oh yeah, but the other club was the only one interested in it, but because they met so often, they couldn't, like, even if they had implemented a chess club, they wouldn't have been able to actually attend the meetings. So essentially it just kind of integrated into the Rocket Building Club or whatever the fuck it was called. And they just kind of like left it like that. They would play, but it was funny, after the management change, they stopped winning as many competitions. But I don't know. The management change was a little off, and I left the entire, because okay, all those clubs that I was telling you about, they were a part of like a bigger program that you had to be in. They were part of like the AFJ ROTC program, and so it was like it was different, and so I ended up leaving that program after the management changes because there was like a different vibe going on, and I didn't really appreciate it all that much. Let's see. Minecraft, I'll take note of that. I gave you another friend in your house. It's a pet cactus. Pushes up wiki mod glasses. Pixelmon is good, but there's another mod called Cobblemon that more accurately replicates the Minecraft style. Oh, that would be interesting. How's your day going, Moira? Sorry, Moira. Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. I was about to say Myra, but that is a totally different name. Let's see. There's the cake. Okay. It's hard to believe that that is a character. Because it just looks like an excited squiggle. It's just so funny. Let's see. Okay, it's now time to draw her. It's on here. Okay, that's the entire cake. It's a gift. Okay, I was wondering what the entire picture you were drawing. Oh, yeah, it's Albion, which is a VTuber that I think y'all have heard me talk about. I've definitely talked about her a couple times. But she's a vampire chess themed VTuber that I enjoy watching. And so her birthday's coming up, and so I wanted to do an illustration. And you know, what better way to set aside time for to actually work on something that you need to work on other than a stream. So yeah. Well, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay, and have a good rest. But yeah, so I'm drawing her, and then it'll be like a funny little thing of like me being in the background, because I'm like, look, ta-da, I made you something, but also I don't want to be like, look, I made you something, because that's a little too loud. I have heard, I think it was during the MC streams. I can't remember when specifically. But yeah, she's very neat. She's very neat. I could just... Wait, okay, let me transfer that. That way this layer is clear, and then I can just draw on this. This one's gonna be a little more of a process because I didn't really sketch much of her. I just kind of like indicated that, hey, I want her to be here, and kind of like a wee expression. Not really a wee expression. I really wouldn't call it a wee expression, but a very excited expression. Is this good? Yeah, that's good. And so essentially I'm gonna have to start from a sketch again. Question is, do I want it to be chibi or not? Because those are different styles. Okay, I'll try and make it match this one. For that, we're gonna go like this. And I'm gonna make it just tiniest bit bigger. There we go. And where's my pencil? There it is. Oh wait, I forgot I can activate the pencil now. Okay, like this. And then... Whoa, what is with this pencil? Oh, this is new. Well, it's not new, it's just not one that I really use. I prefer the Artemis Hard. It's more sketchy. Yeah, there we go. Alright, hydration check. Make sure to drink water and stay hydrated. Oh wow, she broke. Oh, there she goes. That was weird. She stays stuck up there. Time to drink some diesel. I mean, if that's what you're into, yeah. But I will say, again, it's not good for you. It's definitely not good for you. Let's see. Well, what would actually be smarter is to turn down the opacity. But there is no opacity, so I'll just get the soft one. That's probably worse, to be honest. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Right there. Your chat broke? Oh, wait. It did! You're gone! Y'all are gone! Why are y'all gone? Where did y'all go? Man, my throat. My throat was breaking. Let's see. Okay. Let me try reloading that. Copy. Go into chat. And paste y'all's link. Okay. Okay, so that's broken. But it's okay. Because this has happened before. And I am bigger and stronger now. And I know what to do. What is this? Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, from here we can do that. And where is it? Oh wow. It's way over there. Let's make this smaller. I can't see it yet because it's on bottom of everything. But in a little bit, I will show y'all. Y'all will behold that y'all are actually on screen. Actually, it would be better to crop from the top. There we go. That should be good. When is there not scuff in Grandma's stream? Yeah, no, it's just, it's not a stream without scuff, you know? There we go. Oh, wow. Y'all are like hella tiny. Let me see what I can do about that. Is there a way to make y'all bigger on here? There is! I'm awesome. I'm amazing at technology. I'm just way too good for my own good, honestly. That's why I've become the family technician. right there. Okay, there. You're only gonna get like the last 4. Because that's like all I can. Oh, unless I bring them in front of my ears. There we go. And now I can give y'all the last 5. There we go. There we go. And then my ears will just have to peek out. It's fine. Wait, is there a way to change opacity on here? Set color, blending mode, filter. No, that's too much work. There we go. Y'all are fine. Y'all are fine. I fixed it. And look at me. Look at me. I'm IT support over here. Not really. I'm both the client and the worker. There we go. I'm the person who breaks it and I just have to fix it because I broke it. There we go. Oh wait, I need to make it pointing to the actual cakes. It's fine, the scuffs makes it better. Yeah, it gives it personality. Because how can you really tell what a true VTuber's morals are unless their stuff breaks on stream and then you see how they go about the panic that causes and how they fix it, if they fix it, if they continue on normally, if they're able to control themselves past that point. It tells you a lot about a person, you know? Paprika is a family tech, probably struggles with the most tech. That is okay. Okay, technically you're not wrong, because I am the first person that they call when stuff breaks. But also the stuff that they be using, it's like Apple products and stuff sometimes, or stuff where it's like, you know, I'm not actually trained to fix stuff. So sometimes they'll be like, why isn't this working? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't build it. I didn't break it. I don't know. What's wrong with it? Describe it. And they're like, oh, well, this isn't doing this, and this is doing that, and why is it doing that? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't make it. And so I go through like a bunch of, honestly, Reddit is low-key underrated in terms of how many solutions it has, especially if it's like older software or anything that, you know, has had some time existing. And I don't mean like, oh, it has to be like over 10 years of a product or over 3 years. I'm talking about like if it's existed usually around a year, maybe even 6 months, depending on how popular of a product it is. Then you can look up, and usually there's like a lot of more knowledgeable people who will know how to actually troubleshoot stuff, and other people will have already broken their stuff. And so you just like look at what other people said for them, and then you use those same steps, and then that's not the eraser. And then you're able to fix the problem. And so that's how I fix the majority of all of my family's technical issues. So yeah, there's my advice for you. Something's broken and you're not sure how to fix it. If it's existed past like 6 months, or if it's a very popular product, then like maybe at, I think minimum like 2 weeks, check like something not working, like printer not connecting, Reddit, right? That's literally what I Google, and it's like, oh, why is my printer not connecting? And it's like a Reddit forum, and it's like, oh, well, have you tried doing this? Have you tried doing that? Maybe you did this. Actually, there was this issue with it, so you just got to make sure that it's connected to this, and then just restart this, because sometimes it doesn't connect correctly, and then it fixes it. So yeah. So yes and no, because I'm not trained to actually fix stuff, so I don't really know how to go about fixing stuff, but I do know how to find out how to fix stuff. When the Steam Deck came out, literally within days of it coming out, people already made software mods of it. Yeah. Whenever it's stuff that has like a big audience, it's not uncommon for like fixes and or patches and or mods of it to come out. And so that that doesn't surprise me. But it's very cool. It shows how dedicated the community is. Erase some of this so that I can get a little more of a clear read on where everything is. I may need to bring that eyebrow down. Like this, right there. And that may actually need to come up a little. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Shape the face a little more. So there's this one song that I just remembered that I was about to start singing, but I really shouldn't because it's such a like sweet tune, but the lyrics are so bad. Howdy, welcome in White Farms. It's been a hot minute. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. This doesn't look right. I'm not sure why. There we go. But okay, so like content warning, I guess, coming up, but So like, okay, so the song is like, it's really good. The tune wise, it goes like dun 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 dun, right? And so it's like very calm, and it's more slowed down than that, right? But it's like a very catchy tune. But the lyrics to it, the lyrics go, you sent me a text at 3:07 late last night. You barely knew him. You only blew him. You had a few drinks as if that could make things right. Soon you asked about our future. Well, was it? Soon you asked about our future. Well, my darling, here's my answer. And then it says some really, like, bad stuff. My phone's low on charge, so I'll be back later. Yeah, no worries. Go get that stuff charged up. I will be here until 10. So that's like, what? 2 more hours? Wait, it's 8. 3 minutes, so like an hour and 3 minutes, I think. That's the wrong brush. But yeah, it's a catchy song. So I memorized like the entirety of it, but it's not good. And so I remember one time I was driving my friends home, and you know, the song came on and I was singing along with it, and they were like, oh my god, what are you singing? And it's not like they were like, you know, they've definitely listened to worse stuff, but they were just surprised because, you know, I give off that vibe of like, oh, you don't listen to stuff like that. And so them hearing me like sing every word of it, they were like, what is this? Oh my gosh. It's funny. It's a good song though. I don't know about content wise, but it's a good song. It's catchy. I don't even know what it's called, if I'm being honest. But I love that song. It's amazing. I think it's just like how quickly it descends into, you know, like, oh, you know, it's a sweet little song and something about, you know, like your ex-lover or something, and then it's just like, actually, I strongly hate them. I strongly have a dislike of them. Sorry I haven't been here recently. Life's been smacking me in the face, but I hope everything's been okay. Yeah, you know, everything's been alright. You know, it's life. It's life. It'll always be hard no matter what we do, but as long as we continue to try, we'll always have a path forward, you know? But yeah, I hope you've been okay. I can only imagine what's going on, so just know whatever it is, I'm rooting for you, even if it doesn't seem like it. Even if I'm just like one little voice on the internet for a couple of nights of the week, I am hoping that y'all always are okay, because y'all support me, so I should support y'all, you know? Y'all come in and do me a favor of just being here, so it's not too lonely. So yeah. Let's see. Maybe like that. There we go. You know, so funny thing, right? Funny thing. I say funny, but it's stressing me out, right? So just hear me out for a second. So last week I did a stream, and it was like a hand reveal, right? And it was in celebration for the 200 on YouTube and the, I think, 1300 on TikTok, right? And so I had fun, and someone found my donation link for Stream Elements, right? And so it was really dope because I had set that up like a while ago, but I wasn't sure if it worked, and obviously there was no real way to test it. So I just kind of left it sitting, and I haven't really like promoted it since. And so someone found that and they used that, and it worked, and it was hooked up and everything. The text to speech worked, so it was awesome, you know? And it made me really happy. So I told my dad about it, and my dad knows this one fundamental thing about me, which comes from another story. But basically, I don't like backing away from challenges, and it's because like it's kind of like a fun, entertaining thing for me, where it's like, oh, you know, if I have the physical capability to give it a try, I'm gonna give it a try. I may not, you know, exactly succeed, and it may be a little hard for me, but, you know, no harm in trying, right? And so he knows this, and so he was like, because I told him like, yeah, you know, I finished that stream with $10, and I know $10 isn't much, but, you know, it's $10 more than I had, which is, you know, really cool. I didn't expect to walk away with anything. And he was like, I bet you can't earn $11 before the end of the week. And I was like, on the one hand, I can't control how much I earn, but on the other hand, I can say that I'm trying to earn $11 by the end of the week. And so I was supposed to, you know, like, have more fun with it and make videos about it or something, but I'm too scared to. So it's been eating away at me because, you know, Sunday will eventually will roll around. And I don't know how I'm gonna get those $11 because I'm too scared to say anything other than like joking about it, because it's not something that I'm particularly proud of bringing up. Like, hey guys, help me earn $11. You know, I can only come at it with like a very comedic tone because it's like, it's it's embarrassing. So yeah, I've been like wondering how to go about it. So far I've sold that Camaro and I've just been busy cleaning the house. We're selling. That's good. If I had a bank account I would. Oh wait, y'all are selling the house? Oh, I hope everything's going okay. I really hope everything works out, like for real. I know firsthand, money troubles, it sucks. You know, there's not only, you know, do you have to live through, oh, things are happening and I don't know how really I'm gonna control it, and it feels like life starts spiraling out of control, like, oh, but also because of the society we live in America, if you're born in America legally, you're born with a little capitalistic voice in your head. And it's like, oh, hey, if you're not earning money that can be, like, deducted tax from, then you're not really a working member of society. No matter what you do, no matter how much you're enjoying yourself, you cannot possibly be a functioning member of society if you're not earning money. And so it can be really, really stressful. So I just hope that you hang in there and hopefully you find something that, you know, that'll pull you through it. Because, yeah, it sucks when it's like that. Let's see. Her hair is, like, really wavy towards the bottom. And she does have really long hair. The top is looking a little bit flat. There we go. Well, I woke up at 2 a.m. here. And can't sleep, so hello. Welcome in, clown. I'm just doodling for today. Not really doodling, I'm trying to do a birthday illustration for a VTuber that I like, because her birthday's coming up. So I thought it would be neat to have this. Bum, bum. There we go. It's just been an ordeal because my parents are divorced, and honestly my mom is low-key crazy. So other than that, it's just been a lot of cleaning. I felt that. There we go. Like that. And like this, and then the wing goes in. And hopefully that's okay. Nope. Nope, I still don't like it. I think, like, kind of a really dumb thing that I do sometimes. I didn't realize how much stuff we had until now. Ooh, I felt that moving out. Moving out or moving anywhere. It's it's one thing to have everything, you know, like put up and you're like, oh, well, it's really not that much. Like me, whenever I moved from my mom's house to my dad's house, and you know, I had all my stuff in one room, so you would think, and I shared that room too, so you would think it wouldn't be a lot, but then I moved it and I filled up the room by myself, and I was like, maybe I had a little more stuff than I thought I did. So yeah, I felt that. Okay. But yeah, a dumb thing that I do sometimes, and I really think it's dumb because it's definitely not safe. It feels almost like, oh, let me go read my horoscope and actually pay attention to it and act based off what it says. But sometimes there's a moment in life where I'll be like, oh, I'm not really sure what to do or like how to go about this next piece in my life. but it does remind me of this song that I like. And so I'll go and I'll listen to that song and try and figure out what the message it's trying to give is. Because normally, like, whenever songs talk about anything, they always kind of end with a message of being like, but anyways, this, you know? And I try and apply that. And sometimes it works. Sometimes I want to see how and I say this in quotes because, like, songs don't really have a main character, but essentially how the speaker will say to go about the next parts. A lot of stuff was from my childhood. I felt that we collect a lot of stuff as kids. A lot of stuff is like toys, and if we don't have those moments where we're like, oh, it's time to give it away or donate it here and there, then it just like accumulates. So yeah, it's fun. And then it sucks because you see it again and you're like, oh, I don't really want to get rid of that though. I really like that. And so it's hard to get rid of stuff. Especially me personally. Stuff with sentimental value. It's hard for me to get rid of. So I'm like, oh, well, you know, I want to have this in the future just because I don't want to get rid of it. I still have like some stuffed animals from when I was like super young. I think I still have like the first teddy bear I ever got. But that one specifically was because it always smelled like baby powder. And it wasn't because like I smelled like baby powder. It was literally just like it continued to always smell like baby powder. And so I held on to it because I was like, that's cool. I like that. And so it's too nostalgic to part ways with, you know? That's not right. Let's just copy this one. Copy, paste, transform, flip, move. If I had a skew tool, that would be nice, but... Free transform. There's a skew tool? Okay, but like genuinely, I never knew there was. The only thing is I don't know how to really move that. Flip it. Honestly, I found 2 songs that calm me, being Calm Night by Kino and Sandali by Chikoi the Maid. Oh, that's neat. I'm gonna have to listen to them. One song that like it's kind of my comfort song is Rises the Moon by, I think it's Liana Flores. That one. On like really bad days, I'll just go and I'll listen to it. And no, not skew. I want to try perspective. But yeah, that one is good. It's like, it's sad almost, but really, really calming. Okay. Let me do that. And then let me go back into free transform and shrink it in. It's not really doing what I need it to do. And I don't know what it is exactly I need it to do, but whatever it is, it's not doing it. Let's see. Maybe I need to make that opening bigger. I don't know. My band radio company relaxes me. Oh, nice. Why not my... Why not my... Oh, I don't know why the band radio company relaxes me. Got you. I don't think... I feel like that sounds familiar, but I don't know from where. But I don't recognize them off the top of my head. Let's see. You know, I have like an incomplete playlist from that one video that I made where it was like, oh, you know, tell me y'all's musics because I need to listen to more music. I need to put it all together in like one YouTube playlist so that I can listen to it all. And I just have not been able to finish it. I got through like the first couple comments and then I was like, okay, I'll finish this tomorrow. And then I didn't. I like a lot of post-punk and 80s and 90s Eastern Bloc Doomer music. Oh, that's a genre that I've never heard of, so that's interesting. I've heard of punk, but not Eastern Bloc Doomer music. It reminds me of like Blockbuster or something. Let's see. Activate the pencil. And then from here, let's do that. The neck would be around here, I think. Right there. And then there's another hand here. There we go. I have to go and sleep. I would like to stay and watch the rest though. Bye. Yeah, no worries. The VOD will be up. So worst case scenario, you can come and watch the VOD. But bye. What is it? Have a nice nap. Have a nice sleep. Enjoy your rest. Something. Pretty much war songs. Ah, gotcha. Is it like, and I could be wrong, right? So bear with me if I'm extremely wrong. But is it like we didn't start the fire and stuff? Ooh, speaking of which, I remember I saw in like some type of YouTube short or something where it was like, oh, there's a second part to it now. I need to listen to that one. Let's see. I might have made that a little too long. Well, it is pretty long. Yeah, it'll be fine. And then like this. There we go. Up. Then like that maybe, I guess. Yeah, I think that should be good. There we go. Much more sad version. Ah, brain go spin wee. That's not good. Have you, when's the last time you drank water? You should hydrate. Very common parent answer, but try drinking water. Let's see. Okay, so that's not right. Okay, so this is the bust of the character, and then you got the waist here. And then, actually they're way bigger than the cake. Well, no. I'll think about that later. Let me finish estimating where the rest of the body should go. Waka waka. When I went to bed, I drink water. Ah, drink it again. Oh my gosh. But, nah. You said your head hurts, so... Have you slept enough? What is water? Oh my gosh. Nah, like diesel is good, but you gotta get at least the recommended amount of water per day, which I don't know if I get, because the last time I remember checking it, I was like, that's a lot of water, and so I don't know. Speaking of which, hydration check. I'm thirsty. Yes, but I have heavy jet lag. Gotcha. I felt that. There's only been a couple of flights that I've been on, but whenever I do actually land and stuff, it reminds me of like state testing and how I would always have to sleep through like the rest of the time because I would always finish my tests and stuff. And so they'd be like, oh, well, you know, just put your head down or read a book. And I'd read and then I'd get bored and so I'd sleep. And then I'd wake up like 30 minutes later and then I'd sleep again and I'd just continued that until test was over. And so it resulted in me always being like super duper dizzy. Because, you know, turns out if you force yourself to sleep a couple of times back to back, you wake up and kind of like forget what year you're in. Or however you spelled that. Nah, you spelled it good. But yeah, the funny thing is I also like songs like Treasure Box by Marine. Oh, that sounds familiar. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna look it up real quick on YouTube and see what comes up. I forgot that y'all can see my my thing, so I was like, wait, why is that blue? Let's see, let me just paste it here. Paste, and then enter. Be careful. Oh. Oh, there's an English cover by Echo. Oh my god, I haven't heard of her in years. Oh. I don't think I've ever listened to it, but I'm gonna have to afterwards. Got you, got you. Nah, I'm not gonna play it because I just realized it'll probably pick up the audio. So yeah, I'll listen to it after stream. Let's see. Okay. I'm goofy. I was looking for the reference image. I was like, where is it? It's on here. Okay, we got a sweetheart neckline. And then she got a little bit of bust extrusion. And then got the sheer, but it comes in from the top like that. There we go. Like that. There we go. Brain keep going burr, but I felt that, I felt that. Nowadays when that happens to me, I just start like a different activity, because usually it just means the activity that I'm doing isn't engaging enough, and so I'm like, time for activity switch. It'll get me out the pace and distract me enough for my brain to stop hurting. That, or I take a fat nap. It just depends on what I feel like. There we go. Question, are you still going to be streaming in about an hour? Probably not. I end stream at 10. It is 9:17 for me right now. So, probably not. Yeah, probably not. I would like to though, because I feel like I'm not gonna get this done fast enough. Oop. That's not good. There we go. I just woke up, so that's what it is. Yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. Erase that. And erase this. There we go. Honestly, I could just cut it off right here. That was not right. There we go. There we go. And then her hat. I almost forgot her hat. I'm glad I didn't draw like a full body piece, because like in one of the sketches that I did, I drew a full body and I was like, this is actually a little hard to draw. So I'm glad I didn't. There we go. It reminds me of a cupcake more than an actual crown. But it's supposed to be like the top of a queen piece crown. Also, why the fuck do I want hugs so damn bad right now? Bruh. Imagine being, what's it called? Not touch starved, because that's like the opposite of that. But touch hungry, I guess? I don't know. I'm not a very physically affectionate person. So, imagine. Could never be me. L. There we go. Like that. I think that's... There we go. Well, if you are, I'll stop by, but if not, good night and stay safe. Most of y'all, I'll clown. I'd give you a hug if I could. Yeah, no worries. Be safe. Enjoy your rest. And in an hour, dude, you should be sleeping longer. I tend not to like hugs. I thought you said you... No, it's clearly there. Caught in 4K. Also, why the fuck do I want hugs so damn bad right now? But I am at the moment. I don't know why. A little suspicious. There we go. There is a little bit of a sharper curve here. Not like that. But like this. And then a harder edge here. There we go. And let's see. I'm not really sure what to do with the hands, because I've thrown myself into a hole. I dug it and I threw myself in, and now I'm not sure what to do. I could peek the fingers through like that, but then what is the other hand doing there? So I guess I'll just leave it like that, because it does look good. So as long as people don't question it, it should be fine. I've about forgotten what a hug is. Aww. That's no bueno. There we go. I'm not a big hugger, but virtual hugs, you know, pretty good currency to trade, so virtual hugs is all I can do. Anyway, good night. Good night! There we go. Okay, now let's erase. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if I did that on purpose to indicate like, oh, this is where the chest pattern will begin, but it works for me. Is it still ruffled in the chest pattern? No, it's not. Oh, that is interesting. So the ruffles end here, and then this part of the fabric is supposed to be straight. There we go. What? Why is it sus? I work is, and I'm in a cuddly mood. Not my fault. I'm in a baby mood at the moment. Whoa. Kinda sus. I don't know. There we go. And then the eraser. There we go. Okay, if there's one there, then there should be one there, one there, one there. There we go. And then I got a color. Like that. Like... How do... That is not how chess pieces work. It's not how chessboard patterns work, I should say. Okay, let me just draw the segments first. This time has come to execute Order 66. I can't even type. I mean, I would clown on you a little more, but I can never type, so I can't really say much. Let's see. We'll do there. Actually, no, because they're askew, so how the fuck? I don't know, they just... Huh. I'm so used to brick patterns, but these are just... Chessboard is literally just one line, and then just color variations to indicate the shift in the pattern. There we go. There we go. I am slurring my text. How the fuck does that work? So sleepy, it follows you into your messages and stuff. Right here. Okay. Okay, that's enough putting off starting the actual line art. Go. Let me erase that. I need some type of backgrounds. Let me turn all those off. Get a color that I can see in. Probably there is fine. Fill tool. For the other layers? No. Just... Wait, no. Okay, there it goes. I was like, why is it not? Why is it not working? Okay. Oh, why is that? Oh, it's a copy, I remember. They're just layer below. New one. Okay, now time for line art. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see how fast I can get this done. That's not... There we go. I think I need to make the opacity just a little bit weaker. There we go. That and that. Nope. that's not the undo button. Like this. Like that. By the way, I might make a new Minecraft server because the staff on Pixelmon one is pissing me off. Do you have any mod pack, mod OT mods in mind? Definitely the tree mining one and the backpack one, because those are good quality of life ones. I think the real question is, do we want it to be a challenging server or like a fun server? Because fun servers, they got the good quality of life stuff, but the challenging ones, those, you know, have less. Let's see. I really like the biome ones too, because I like how it changes up the environment, makes it more interesting, and especially since like I just deselected. I was like, why didn't it erase? Since I haven't seen that much of Minecraft, having even more to explore is like really fun. Oops. This one? Yeah, that one. Nope. All the buttons are right next to each other, so I can't remember which one's the right button. That's not it. There we go. Like that, I guess. Activate that again and let me double check the reference. Up to you. It's basically going to be for your channel because you'll be one of the people I invite. Got you. I think just a fun one would be good, but stuff to explore would also be good. I have no idea. I'm gonna be picky with people that I know though, because I'm annoyed with quite a few of them. Oh yikes, that's not very fun. Like this. Might have to restart. Nah, it's fine, I can just... There we go, there we go. That fixes like half of my issues with it. Pull this down. Like that. Hip, 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 hip. There we go. The eraser, the pen. There is the eraser button. I need to click that. There we go. I wonder what happened to OBS that made the chat break. Because I don't think it's back. Otherwise it would be overlaid. Let me see. What is this called? That's chat one. Critic phone. Yeah, no, chat is not back. Wonder what broke it. Because if I knew what broke it, then I could look out for it so that I don't break it again. But I don't know what broke it, so won't be able to prevent that for the future. I wonder if it is like a recreatable thing, like if it's an actual bug, or if it's just a random thing. It is still getting like the lo-fi music, right? Is it getting okay? For a second, I was like, wait, what if it's not getting the lo-fi music either? Because what if it's an issue with the browser source or something? But no, it's getting it. Oh, I'm levitating. Nah, I was sitting up. Let's see. I'm just gonna ignore the hand that I was clearly supposed to put till there. 'Cause it's fine. It's fine. Select that. Erase. There we go. Like that. I'm legit framing from being a child in chat. Why must I be in baby mode? Bruh. It really do be like that though. Usually whenever I'm like that, I just I get off the internet. Get off the internet, go read a book, go enjoy my life, and then I come back and I'm like, I was fine, I was just upset. There we go. Erase. Let me start on the actual face and stuff. Bap, bap, bap. I really like the way I did her eyes, but I don't know if that's really gonna translate to my line art version, because it never does. There's been a bunch of like art videos that I've seen, and not recently, just like forever ago, where it's like, oh, this is the reason why your sketch always looks better than your line art. But I never understand the video, and I don't remember what they say, like just nothing about it sticks. So I don't know why, despite having watched multiple videos. It's like, this is why that. I think it has something to do with like line confidence or something like that, but nothing has stuck, so I don't don't really know. Like that. I don't know, I'll do the pupils later. Alright, I was supposed to move down her eyebrow. Like that, and she does have a cut on her eyebrow, so I'll go ahead, indicate that there's more there. I would put it through the hair, but I'm not sure how it would go since her face is at an angle. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'll come back if it really, really needs proper updating. Like that. Gotta really be conscious whenever I'm like, because on the graphic tablet, okay, so on the graphic tablet, right, there's the screen which I draw on, and there's my hand, and there's a pencil, and there's the art or whatever, right? And then there's a bunch of little buttons, and each button has a specific function, and some of them I don't like the functions. Like there's one that's like, I think it's like right here, right? And it makes the brush bigger. And right on bottom of it is the one where I can, or that might be backwards actually. Yeah, it is backwards. So this one's the one that whenever I press and hold it, it activates the hand button and I can move around the canvas. Right beneath it is the like change brush size thing. So when I hold that one and drag anywhere, and I won't do it now, right? But whenever I click it and drag, it'll change the brush size. And so, you know, whenever I'm focusing on a piece and I'm doing something really fast, and then I accidentally change the brush size, it's like whomp. It always throws me off, so I hate that. Welcome back, Acid Grass. I'm so jealous of your drawing skills. Thank you. It took me years to even be somewhat okay with my drawing style, and even now I'm like, wow, I need a lot more work. If you're ever interested in commissioning me, commissions are open on my Ko-Fi, so there's that. Get your own custom piece. There we go. And right there. Oh yeah, and then with the buttons, it's not even like mentioning, like it used to make sense, right? So the ideal button setup, right? There's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a total of 8 buttons, right? And let me just go on a mini rant to this because this is this annoys me. 1, 2, 3, and then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So the way muscle memory is for me, because this is how my old tablet was, the one that I had without a screen, the one that I use now has a screen. I got a fancy upgrade a couple years ago. But that one is the undo button, right? And so this is zoom in and this is zoom out. And then right here used to be the, I call it the space button because it's essentially the space bar on the keyboard where like you press and hold it and then you can move around. So that's what my muscle memory tells me, right? And the ones in the middle I used to have assigned. I don't remember specifically because I didn't use it too much. If I'm not mistaken, this one was the eraser and this one was like the brush or something, but I didn't use that one too often. And these two were something else, but I also didn't use those too often. And then whenever I switched to this new tablet, none of this is right anymore. So this one, I don't know what it does, but this is now the undo button. This one, that's the undo button now. And then that's the spacebar button, and that's the like change thing. The only thing that stayed the same is the actual zoom in and out buttons. But like, I don't use that often. I don't even have an eraser button anymore, I think. I haven't found it, at least. But it's like, it's so annoying. It's so inconvenient because my muscle memory, it doesn't transfer over anymore. And you would think, right? I've had this tablet for like a couple years now. It definitely shows some wear and tear that I've used it enough to where I definitely should now like have rewritten my past muscle memory, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. And I guess the right thing to do would be to like configure everything to where it does match my muscle memory. But I swear I did, and now it's like this, so I don't know. I need to go through it one day and actually figure out what the heck's wrong. There we go. Can't you change the macros? I can, but I don't remember how. And it'd be a little bit, I mean, it'd be a little bit of a journey, you know, having to find it. And so I just need to take the time one day to actually do it. But I don't use the tablet enough to really worry about that, because a majority of my art nowadays I just do it on the iPad. So yeah, that or I do traditional art, so haven't really had time to really go in and focus on it. Let's go ahead and drag this down. What do her eyes look like? I was just drawing my version. Oh, they got, oh, she has like really long upper eyelashes. Did I just draw? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, let's add some of that. Long one here. There we go. And I'll follow, nope. Nope. Follow that down. There we go. Grab, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Nah, that doesn't look right at all. 1, 2, 3. I need them to be smaller. 2, 3. There we go. 2, 3. Nope. I'll just leave it like that. I'm sure it's not even noticeable. I don't know if I want that to show too much. Like this over the hair or not, but I'm gonna leave it for now, and if it really bothers me, I'll come back and fix it. That's not right. What does that do? Oh, some weird control macros. What does control do? Nope. There we go. What's her name? Could you tell me about her? Yeah, her name is Albion. She is a vampire chess-themed VTuber who also streams on YouTube, and she's really fun. I enjoy her streams. She's very energetic, and her shorts are the thing that... Her shorts make her more memorable to me because her laugh. She always ended off with like this really funny laugh that kind of sounds like she's wheezing at the end. So it's definitely the most notable thing, for me at least, about her. But yeah, she's really cool. And so you'll find me semi-often in her chat sometimes, just vibing. Just vibing. Oh. There we go. Bop. Bop, bop. There we go. There we go. I say there we go, but nothing about it. Nothing about it at all is in fact going. There we go. Oh gosh. There's a lot of like weird habits that I'm finding out about myself as I like stream more and film more content. Because I guess I just never paid attention too much about how I talked. Both because I didn't tend to talk a lot, and also because I was never really that aware. Like, I was aware of what I said, but never how I said it. And so stuff like, I tend to laugh a lot in the middle of my sentences. So there'll be times where I'll say something that I'm like embarrassed to say, or it's just like, well, you know, this isn't exactly how I want to be remembered, but that, or I'm like not sure what to say or how to say it, and I'll start laughing in the middle of my sentence and kind of trail off into a laugh. That I do that a lot more than I realized. And so stuff like that has become a lot more apparent to me. And also I have a tendency to interchange because and cuz, and it feels, as far as from what I've seen in terms of myself talking, it feels like it's like pretty 50-50 split. It just depends on how fast I'm talking, I think. Really, that dictates whether or not it'll be a because or a cuz. But I think I just a little bit skew more towards the because usage. And also, whenever I trip over a word, I really like focus on my enunciation the next time around. And so there will be times where I really emphasize it. And so times where I'm like saying something that's hard for me to say. So with a lot of like, I've noticed that it's like sh sound specifically, like sh. I have a much harder time saying like the sh or the ch. Which like is weird because I don't have any type of like actual speech impediment, as you've probably heard. You know, like I don't struggle with talking. It's just sometimes I talk a little too fast to really be prepared for what I'm about to say. So I have to like pause and kind of think about it so that I can say it correctly. And even then, sometimes I still trip over my words. Like that. And alongside me realizing a bunch of little speech quirks that I have, I've also noticed that my speech patterns have changed ever since I started streaming. I just switched between all the languages I know in my speech. There's sometimes where I genuinely can't remember the word, like sometimes with the word ligas. Like I know it now, it's hair ties, because I've tripped over it so many times. I like forget the English version of it because, you know, mainly I just hear it in Spanish, and so there's that. But it's never really been too prevalent of an issue for me, just because I forget my Spanish a lot more than I do my English. Here we go. Let's clean up that line a little bit. There we go. Like that. Not sure how to do this part, even though I drew it. Okay, let's zoom out and see what line my eyes focus on. focus on that bottom line, but a little more in the center. Okay, so let me describe what just happened there, right? Because it does not make sense out of context. But basically, sometimes whenever I'm sketching, I'll draw like different versions of the line. So you can kind of see it's indicated right there. But there's one on bottom right here and one on top right here. So what I do whenever I'm not sure which one to actually follow, whenever I'm doing line art, is I zoom out and I kind of look at it and see which one do my eyes like think is the right one, you know, because there are some where like if I follow it, it's like if I follow this top one, it doesn't look right, and if I follow the bottom one, it also doesn't look right. But if I go like more towards the middle of it, usually that's where I find the like, oh, that's where my eyes are. Not where my eyes are, but that's where my eyes are going, or like assumes where the line is supposed to be. And so it's like that weird, I guess it's kind of like my version of back away from the piece so that you can see how it looks. I'm not fluent enough in the languages. I've been learning to trip over them. I'll just try speaking in the language that you're least confident in, and I can promise you you'll trip over them. But that's just because you won't know the proper word for it. I felt that though. But could you tell her we can be friends? Can we be friends? Oh, you can just go over to her channel. She's usually... I don't know what I was about to say. I was gonna say she's usually like hanging out or something, but I don't know what that means, because does she have a schedule? See, you would think whenever I'm like, oh, hey, there's this thing, I would know more about it, but that's a lie. But what I can do is see if one of her videos pops up for me, and then I can get her channel through there. Which in theory it should. I say, as I continue looking for a video of hers. That will surely pop up any moment now. Any moment now. Any moment now. Almost there. I can feel it in my gut. She's coming up. Surely any time now. Any moment now. Okay, we can try the second option. Let me see. Surely I've searched her up. Oh. Wait, she's right there. I forget. On whatchamacallit. On desktop, you can like see your subscriptions and stuff. Control V. There we go. And I need to go to sleep. Good night, my best friend. When are you live streaming tomorrow? I'm live streaming. I don't know. Give me a second. It's funny though. I'm talking in a spanking and then randomly put Japanese words. It's confusing everyone. Oh my god, it'd be like that. I'm assuming you said Spanish. Let's see. My schedule. There it is. Schedule tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, so tomorrow is Thursday. It's going to be a Minecraft stream from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So yeah, there's that. Look at me. I know how to navigate stuff, which is like the very basics of, you know, anyone who uses the internet should be able to do. But still, I did it somewhat efficiently. Somewhat efficiently. We're going to ignore the little waiting time in which I was just waiting for the algorithm to give me what I needed. I did say Spanish. You sure? No, you said spanking. Yep. Autocorrect hates me. Oh my gosh. There are times where I read messages wrong, so I can be tricked by saying, no, I did say that, because I will go back and be like, did you? Did I? Am I the problem? Can I not read? Oh, that's not the eraser. I probably won't be able to make the Minecraft stream. Aw, that sucks. Yeah, no, the VOD will be... the VOD will be where it normally is, so no worries. You'll be there in spirit. There we go. I don't know what time it is here. Oh, yeah, no, it's CST here, so... I don't know, just look up CST time and then calculate, do math, because I am unable to. Cannot math. Unable to math. That's why I did art instead. And you would not believe what they told me whenever I was like, hey, how do you make materials and stuff in like 3D softwares? They were like, oh, well, you actually have to do a bunch of this and you gotta use a bunch of math. And I'm like, math? Oh, you guys tricked me. I thought I was doing art because I didn't have to do math. But no, you need math everywhere. It's unfair. even in music, like musical arts, you still like need to be able to count in order to play stuff correctly. Wow, that is not right. Nope, that's zoom. So the rotate is this one. There we go. Zoom in a little more. Bop. 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 One more time. There we go. Nah, if I'm up, I'll see if you're live and I'm gonna join. Not my ghost will visit somehow. Yeah, you'll be there in spirit. Oh, that's not the eraser. There we go. Nope. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. How do y'all think is the best way to earn $11 before the end of the week? Asking for a friend here. Oh my gosh. Because I am about to start looking up how to sell my kidney. Nah, I'm joking. Unless. Nah, my dad was like, you need $11? Yeah, kinda, to win a bet. My dad, I told him about the live stream last Friday. And I was like, yeah, somebody found the tip function and it was really neat. And he was like, I bet you can't earn $11. And I was like, I can't control that. And he was like, oh, so you're a chicken. And I was like, well, I didn't say that, but... And so now my goal is to earn $11 to prove him wrong. But I'm not sure how to earn that. Because, like, I can't force anyone to give me $11. Let's see. So I want to win due to pride. But if I like go around, hey, give me money so that I can beat someone in a bet, you know, it's not gonna be the best thing for my ego. So I gotta think of a way to earn $11 fairly. Let's see. You guys do it, you guys. Bruh. Nah. Let's see. Where is... Okay, so there's a line here, a line there, and a line like that. Like that. I don't know how. Oh my god. Eventually I'll get the chat commands to do it. That's literally what I was working on. That's the reason why I was like struggling to get stream set up at the correct time. But yeah, no, I finally figured out all my chat commands. There's stuff like exclamation Discord, exclamation Ko-Fi, exclamation tip and stuff like that. I don't as well. You know, exclamation tip is how Yurkun did it that last time. I had to go through the trenches of my own. You tell me how to do it. Yeah, just exclamation point tip. And then it'll pull you to like a PayPal screen. See what's going so you can tip. Yeah. And then you go through that and it's like, oh, you want to give money? And so that does that. I also fixed my socials link thing, so if you hit an exclamation point socials, it brings up my whole link tree. I couldn't figure out why it was broken whenever I first set it up, but it's because it was like auto set to where, oh, you need 500 bits to do it or something like that. And I was like, that's not right. Let me set that to 0. Which is weird because all the other ones were set to 0, so why was that the only one set to 500, you know? But I fixed it now so it works. Because I'm amazing. I'm super well versed in tech, and that's why none of my stuff ever scuffs. Ever. Oh my gosh. There we go. It doesn't work. Oh, really? It should. That would be no bueno if it's the wrong link. It's literally a 404 page. Oh wow. You found something that's broken. Then I guess he went through. Damn, so he went to my channel to find that. He literally dug through the trenches. let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get the proper link. Oh, I see what's wrong. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, I found it. So that's the thing it's supposed to be. It's missing a whole backslash. So let me go and fix that. Because I've already bookmarked everything because I was digging through that a couple days ago. There we go. And let's see. And I could also just test if it works. After I fix it, should be default, tip, and then Elias, and alternatives, where is it? Oh, that is weird, it's not letting me change anything about that. Okay, I know what to do. I go to custom, add new command. I'm distracted now. But it's fine, it's fine. Command template. Yeah, it's fine. New command from type, new command. Everyone, response type. I don't have a PayPal. Is there another way I could do it? I think that's the only thing I have set up right now. If you want, you can go on Ko-Fi, and I think they offer different payment options. And there's donation stuff there, but there's also stuff that I have up for commission, so feel free to, you know, snag an art piece from there. I don't really like being like, hey, give me money. But, you know, another art piece. And I have a let's see. Yep, even this thing. And exclamation point, space, and then support variables should be that one and user. I hope that's right. Activate command. Let's see. Okay, I think I'll do Ko-Fi. Pog. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see if that works. I hope it doesn't have to like reset. Oh, nope, I did not do that part right. But the link works now. That's good. Okay, how do I... Oh, it has to have... Okay, wait. Let me see. Let me go back to default. Look at the way it's set up tip. Oh, it's $channel. Gotcha. I love variable things. And I'm totally not being... Wait, actually I can just copy it from there. Let's see, tip. Like that. You need to have your Twitter link. You need to change it to X. Oh, it should be. Oh, no, I refuse to change it to actual X. I will not acknowledge that. That's not a real app. But Twitter should work, I think. Yeah, there it goes. What does it say? That's also not completely correct. But I'll fix that in a little bit. Paste that. Save. There we go. And then Twitter should be Paprika. And delete that. And also delete that. There we go. Now it's fixed. Twitter still works. Pog, that's not broken. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I'm learning more variables. I'm being so, what is it? Educated? Not really. I'm being an avid student and learning. Yeah, that's a sentence. What the fuck was it? Did you think the X was a good idea? I don't know. I think he was trying to like, he's probably trying to get his brand together. Cause like, you know how it's like, what is it called? X-Force? It's not X-Force. It's SpaceX. Yeah, stuff like that. So it's probably... Oh.
Phillies stole
thank
Paprika's
you.
heart, so Paprika stole $4.20. Phillies says, hope you have a wonderful time as always, Tilda.
There we go. Thank you. I don't know why it doesn't show up. It might be... I had it buried under some stuff, so it might have been that. Hopefully. But yeah. Okay, y'all can hear it. That's good. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was excited whenever I heard it, because like it's significantly different from the subscriber sound. Speaking of which, did y'all know there was a setting on YouTube that you're supposed to change on your profile so that people, whenever they're live and they have stuff connected like Stream Elements, because if you don't have that setting turned on, it won't actually tell them that you subscribed, so it won't activate like the little thing. Because it took me forever whenever I first set it up to figure out why it wasn't working, and at first it genuinely wasn't working. But then I fixed it and I was like, okay, why is it not working now? It should be working. And I don't know how I ended up in that part of like my alternate profile, but I was like, wait, there's a setting here that has my stuff, my subscriptions is private. So then I unchecked that, and then I like unsubscribed and resubscribed to myself, and then it worked, and I was like, oh my god, that's what it was. And so you gotta go, it has to be on desktop, but if you're on mobile, then you have to like open your like YouTube account in browser. Let's see. But why you steal money if we steal your heart? Because that's, you messing with my heart like that, I gotta mess with you somehow. So like a little goblin, I'm gonna steal your money. Ooh, okay, Ko-Fi, let me see. I have everything bookmarked, but the amount of bookmarks I have is actually embarrassing. Okay, wait, if I go to Linktree, then I can get there faster. And go through here. Oh, Pog! Thank you. I see it now. I definitely need to hook it up. Supported you? Oh, thank you, thank you. Tell him that you win. Yo, I will. Tiju's back at it again with the art. I am. I'm doing birthday illustration thingy for a VTuber that I think is really neat, and I think it's actually coming out not that bad. If I hide the reference, look at that. Isn't that kind of cute? Isn't that just a little cute and not at all freaky because she's missing pupils? But Pog, thank you, Gas of Grass. I really do appreciate it. Oh my gosh. I need to do some type of compensation stream soon. Ooh, I could host like monthly, hey, do like monthly, hey, donate, and then I'll draw whatever you request and do just a whole hand cam stream every like month or so. That would be fun, I think. Is that fun? Is that a fun idea? It's funny because I'll think of ideas and I'm like, oh, that's a really cool idea, but I'm like, wait, what if everybody hates that idea? What is it? The fear. The fear is palpable. Oh, like there's that again. I always look at it and I'm like, stop doing that. I need to go figure out, is that, okay, it says it's Stream Elements, but it might be a Throne integration with Stream Elements. Either way, I need to change that. So I don't like it all that much. It feels too... It always like throws me off so much because I'm like, whoa, someone sent a big text, but it's a bot. It's just a bot. What version of Minecraft do you want the server to be on? Gotta make the mod pack? Ooh, probably the most recent one, because I like all the updates they've been adding, caves and cliffs and stuff. And yes, do that stream, it'll be fun. Pog. Okay, I'll have to set everything up if I want to do streams like that. Hey guys, every month. So $1.20? $1.20? 120. Oh, 1.20. Yeah, 1.20 or 1.19. I thought we were on 1.19, but I haven't been keeping up with with Minecraft versions. 1.20 is a cherry forest Ariaku. Wait, so cherry trees are like genuinely in Minecraft? I thought that was a part of a mod. I mean, I knew they were part of a mod before, but I did not know that was like a thing that they finally put in. Because I remember the, I believe, 19 announcement where they announced camels and bamboo Maybe they did announce it in there and I just didn't pay enough attention. Cannot remember. But yeah, I think that's where they announced the Snuffer too, I want to say. I could be wrong. It could be very, very wrong. I think 1.19 would be better for mods. Yeah, so that people wouldn't have to... I mean, aside from the optimization stuff and everything, but so that people wouldn't have to download another version of Minecraft and stuff. And also I'm more used to like navigating stuff currently. Like I already learned the... Not really learned because I still have to Google it, but I still know that it's like really, really deep for getting diamonds and stuff. There we go. I at least want to finish the line art today, so I can go for like maybe another 20-ish minutes and hope that I speed run this. Let's go. I guess I'll do... Okay, let's do this. Nope, that doesn't look right. Okay, how does... How do you look? I watch you often, but still don't know how do you look. But honestly, that's a mood though. Sometimes I still have to pull out my own reference sheet to draw myself because I'm like, wait, how long is this? Where does this reach to? At what point does that begin and that end? 1.19.2 was just... Before was just mods, which is great, not gonna lie. Then Mojang put it all in 1.20. It's vanilla now. It's 1.19.2 is all mods currently, since 1.20 is having bugs on modders. Oh, got you, got you. That is complicated. It's like really interesting when you hear all the thought that has to go behind stuff like mods and stuff, because you think, oh, they just add like new objects to the game and stuff, and even with like the like slightest bit of Java knowledge, it's still like, oh, like that doesn't prepare you for the complexities of what really goes behind it, because if stuff just is incompatible, then you gotta go deeper into like the actual source code and stuff to actually move stuff around. It's just like, oh god, this is deep in the trenches. So it's really interesting. There was like a brief moment where I was like, ooh, it'd be cool to try and add like a mob creature in this with like these conditions, and so I was able to like chart it out and everything. But as far as implementation, that was a whole nother monster, and so I never actually got through it. All the games I played, you look rather familiar. Have I been to one of your streams before? Do you know? Sasori, the Akatsuki YouTube. I don't think so. I think this is the first time that I've seen you. I could be wrong though. Honestly, you're probably asking the wrong person because I have shit memory. But I mean, if not, welcome in, you know? First time here, first time for everything. I don't think so though. Let's see. But I'm glad I look familiar because that means in some like deep neurological sense, I am not like someone that you'd be like, oh, danger, I should not come here anymore, you know? It's something familiar, which usually is met with good feelings, even if it was something bad, which is not great for stuff like PTSD, but you know, it's a thing, I guess. There we go. Like this. And then if I scroll up a little bit, can clean this off a little bit. Oh. There we go. And like this. Like that. And that. I actually don't like that fold in the hair. Looks weird. Yeah, not at all. Let me straighten that out. You know, I remember back a couple years now back, but Clip Studio added a function where it's like, ooh, you can like color it via AI, and so you just put the colors that you want through and then you hit the like AI colorize thing, and then it'll automatically colorize based off the colors that you added as reference. And it was always so shitty. I always wanted it to work so bad because it would save me time with coloring, but it just was never good. I think I might be tripping, but you definitely seem familiar in some way. Oh, well that's... I take that as a compliment, so thank you, I guess. There we go. So, you know you're my comfort friend and streamer. Aw, thank you. I'm back out of the shower. Welcome back. I'm staying on for a little bit longer because I want to try and finish the line art. You know, there was this video that shall not be named what specifically, but I had to describe myself as like a streamer. And I was like, oh, I think I'm like, I literally said, I'm a comfort streamer to some and a squirrel brain streamer to most. Because I forget way too often in my streams. I go back and watch VODs sometimes and it's like, I'll talk about one thing and forget about it, start a new topic, and maybe come back to it. There's like a 75% chance now that I'll come back to it, but towards the beginning, oh, it was so horrible. What are you drawing? I'm drawing Albion, the vampire chess VTuber, because her birthday is coming up, so I want to do like a little birthday illustration for her, but she doesn't know, so don't tell her. And so, if I zoom out, you can see there's me, and I'm probably gonna try and adjust the line weight because it really is thick. And yeah, it'll be like, oh look, I got her a present and a cake and some balloons. And so, you know, it'll be cute. It'll be cute whenever I finish. And then that's my version of her as like a chibi eating cake. You know her personally? I do not. I've just popped into her streams multiple times, and I really like her content. Or, you know, her streams mainly, because she mainly streams. She also does a couple shorts, which I, like, usually thoroughly enjoy. So, yeah. I know her just, like, the same way y'all know me, you know, just on the internet. Let's see. Go here, zoom in. Like that, and like that. And then... there we go. Don't worry, I probably have short-term memory loss. I felt that. Me too, honestly. You know, so there was this TikTok that I saw, right? And it was concerning. It's always the TikToks, the random TikToks that I see that it's like, that's supposed to mean something? Something that I was doing unconsciously means something? And it always makes me panic for a little bit, but then I'm just like, it's fine. What do you do besides draw? Well, recently I've been playing Minecraft, but normally I'm always playing like some random games, so just variety of games. I usually frequent itch.io, which is a very good indie game site. Highly recommend checking out if you're ever looking for more games, but you know, you can't break your wallet like me. And yeah, so just usually games or draw. And occasionally, very rarely, but sometimes I'll put stuff together. Random stuff on the internet is way too personal. Yes. Oh yeah, so it was like, oh, I have trouble remembering now, right? And it was like shot in the form of like a comedy short or something. So it was like, oh man, I have trouble remembering so much, I wonder why. And it was like, oh, I dismissed my thoughts a lot as a child, so so because I constantly like kind of cleared my mind a lot, like an Etch-a-Sketch, that's why I can't remember like too many things, or like a lot of things that happen very quickly, or you know, just short-term memory is really bad because I always dismiss so much, so I never really thought about it too much. And it's like, this is unfair. You're telling me actions that I did like years ago are affecting me to this day. This is absolute garbage. By the way, when I have everything ready and created, would you like to make the profile picture for the server and the mod pack? Yes, that is straight up down my alley. Wonder what I should draw. Oh, it'd be fun. I don't know what I'm gonna draw, but I know it's gonna be cute. Oh, I kind of like that one scene from Red vs. Blue. That sounds familiar. What is that? I'm... okay. There we go. Alright, I'm going to leave. I might come back later, but I doubt it. Good night, God bless, and keep doing what you love. Thank you, you too. I hope everything goes well. Enjoy your day, drink your milk, eat your vegetables, and don't talk to strangers, or at least try and use your best judgment. That's not the eraser. There we go. Speaking of, I'm working on it right now. Oh, nice. The mod pack or the thumbnail? Because if it's thumbnail, then I mean, if you already started, I'm not gonna steal that from you. There we go. And like this. Like that. And that. That. There we go. Mod pack. You know I can't draw. What are you talking about? We're all talented artists in our own regard. There we go. Got you, got you. Let's see. Like that. I'm like so close to finishing, yet it feels so far away because there's a lot of details that I'm like, that's not quite right. Like this, for example, the shoulder should be down, but I have it up. It's fine. It's fine. I can just press on through like I always do. Since mods are kind of my thing. Got you, got you. I admire that talent because I I cannot possibly fathom. I'm sure a couple like YouTube tutorials and I'll be able to like roughly understand it, but nah. Nah, I'll leave it to the professionals. Let's see. Okay, so I keep looking up because I'm used to having reference like up where I can see it, so I always have to look up. But it's not. Okay, so it looks like it starts there. And then just frills. Like that, and like that. I can erase that. I can erase that. I can make custom mods if needed. Oh damn, that knowledgeable, Jesus. It's one thing to like add mods because I could imagine that it's just like kind of like going through a store and picking up what you need, you know? It's kind of like texturing a model or something. You just go and you find them. At best you edit them a bit, but making custom ones, like that's a whole nother demon, isn't it? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like this. I'll fix that in just 1 second. There we go. I'm just good at whipping up mod packs that are fully compatible. Yo, could we have a resource? Wow, I can read. We have a Paprika inspired resource pack. As I said, I make mods for all games that I play. Oh wow, that's nice. My game professor, whenever I was studying games, he's like, the best way to get into like actually learning and actually progressing in this class is go through games that you like and start making mods for them. And I was like, damn. Let's see, y'all have more patience than I ever could dream of having. I felt that. I can try and make a texture pack. Yeah, textured pack is probably something that I could do after some learning, but it's probably more in my like realm of knowledge because it's just a matter of organizing everything in a tiled way, from what I've seen, at least. There we go. And yeah, I think the one day, right? I don't know when, but one day we'll have a server up and it'll have a mod pack and it'll be Paprika inspired. So yeah, some days soon. It's like playing L4D2 while having the full anime Genshin mods turned on. It's a completely different experience. Oh, I have no idea what that is, but that sounds interesting. I would assume that changes like the entirety of the graphics. And so that's amazing. I love it when they do that. It's kind of like how they reworked whatchamacallit, Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine 5. I feel like they were doing it in 4, but I guess they finished the project in 5. And oh my god, that is breathtaking. Like, I know it's literally just like a graphics update, but graphics are, it's like, it's what got me into art in the first place, you know? And so obviously I like it. No, that's not the eraser. But yeah, graphics are cool. Like that. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay. And I gotta go down here, and then again I looked up for the reference. There we go. Forgot how easy finding mods for 1.19.2 was. Didn't Donut say he wanted to build a server? To butt a server. Yeah. Yeah, I think he did. And yeah, finding mods is really easy. Pog. Is it like getting a skin on Minecraft? Like not making a skin, but rather getting a skin? Whenever you go to like skin decks or something. And you just kind of find one you like and like, boom, that's my skin. I had actually never made a skin before. And so the Minecraft one that I have now, that was made by me. That's my first skin ever made. And I'm like genuinely proud of it. Cause all I did was like, Taz the Menace, the person who I heard about the VTuber SMP in the first place, she does that for a living. And so at one point in one of her videos, she was like, oh yeah, use this website. So I went on it and I just like, you know, just tried my best. And it didn't come out too bad. Now it has some errors, you know, what doesn't? It was my first time, but it still looks like I can still recognize it. And so for my first time, I consider it a win. Ish, but no. Nope, it's a bit different making mod packs. Oh, got you. Oh, well, yeah, because you gotta make sure they're, like, compatible. So is it, like, picking parts for a PC? Because I know, like, that's the only... it's the only thing I think I could really tie it to. That's something that I have, like, rough knowledge for, and even then I just, like, found a website that essentially did it for me. There we go. Yeah, it's more like building a PC. Got you. That's cool. Oh, that's the undo button. And let's see. I need to fill in this stuff. Am I gonna have it shaded? No, I'm gonna color it. But still, it counts. And so let me go ahead and do this. Fill it right here. Yeah, because that's what chessboards look like. And I totally know because I'm a chess champion. I'm the greatest at chess. It's like picking parts for a PC, but a little less expensive if you mess something up. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. If you choose something wrong, it's like, well, there goes the rest of your money, and you either have to hopefully get a return if you didn't break the thing trying to shove it in, or you gotta buy a whole new piece and just eat the cost of the other one. Oh my gosh. The hard part is getting the mod pack accepted. Oh, you have to go through like a system of actually getting accepted? Oh, well, yeah, huh? If you run it through CurseForge. That makes sense. Yep. That's good though. It's a good thing that they implemented stuff like CurseForge so that it's like harder for well, even then 8-year-olds still go online. It's like, I want to play Pixelmon, and then they go and they download a bunch of like viruses and stuff. Oh my gosh. And it's right there. Go ahead and fill this part in. There's probably a faster way of doing this, but this is relaxing to me. So I like to enjoy it. And I'm totally not putting off doing anything else that I need to do on this piece of art. No, me, I would never. Could never be seen dead doing that. And fill that in. There we go. And last one. There we go. Y'all want the Ginny mod? Don't look it up if you don't know. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna go in blind and not know what it is. Do you want to make the texture pack or want me to work on it? Oh, no, yeah, I'll work on it. Right now, my plate's a little bit full with catching up on work, so I would not be able to tackle it until like at least a couple weeks. So yeah, no. I think definitely I'll tackle it. Plus, that would be like my first time even looking at stuff like that. So maybe like further into the future I'd be able to try my hand at it, but definitely not anytime soon. There we go. Not gonna add the Ginny mod. It's a, oh my god. I had a feeling. I had a gut feeling because you're like, don't look it up if you don't know. And then like it's a female's name, a random female's name. So I was kind of like, I bet you it's something that, you know, most Minecraft servers don't have. Go ahead and do that. Okay, like low-key I hate doing ruffles because I suck at them. And on the one hand, that shouldn't be a reason for disliking something, but also it's totally fair to have resentment towards it when it's something you struggle with. Or at the very least, it's understandable, you know? I don't have an eraser button. I was still looking for an eraser button. Wait, wait! That's not it. That's not it either. Dang it. For a second, I swear I have these like vivid memories sometimes, but they don't exist. Like they're not real, because I swear I binded my pen at some point with one of the buttons being an eraser. But you know which button was the eraser? None of them. None of them were the eraser. So, no eraser button. I could bind it, but then I gotta... Oh. I'm pretty sure I know how to get to the keybinds and stuff. But... See, because... Okay. Okay, so there's two different ways, if I'm not mistaken, that you can set keybinds for a graphics tablet. It's either you go through the graphics tablet software, or you go through the actual, like, software of the drawing program that you're in. And so what that means is that if I go through the actual driver, right, for the driver for the graphics tablet, and I set it there, then I have to make sure it's the same keybind over here. So either way, you're opening up both. But normally they're like, the drawing software is usually set to be standardized. So like B is brush, E is eraser, I think I is usually eyedrop. And then like the space bar is like the move tool or whatever, right? Not really the move tool, but the like grab tool or whatever. But because I changed it around because it wasn't binding correctly to the actual graphics tablet, it would require more work, because then I gotta double check like which ones are actually set correctly and which ones aren't. And so that's why I'm putting it off, because yeah, I'm a little lazy, but also I know it genuinely is extra steps right now. And so yeah, it's a little bit of an excuse, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna need to get that work done either way. But it's fine. It's fine. Like that maybe. Yeah, and then I'll just connect that and do that. Oh. Does that look okay? I can't tell. Grab tool, move, zoom out. It looks alright. Honestly, no. I hate the ruffles. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab this, we're gonna erase that, and deselect, erase that tool. And then I don't even like these ruffles, so I gotta start whole new ruffles. But I hate doing ruffles. Is there anything else that I can do? Yes, I can do the crown. There's a way to procrastinate, I'll find it and I'll do it. As long as it means being productive. I just realized I'm gonna have to make the spawn for the server. From that face, I can't tell if you enjoy it, or if that means... Oh, no, wait. You mean, like, build it. Got you. I thought you meant, like, actually having to program it in, but no, that's a default thing. There we go. There we go. But yeah, for a second I thought you were like, oh god, I have to set the spawn. That's annoying. But no, never mind. I'm sure you enjoy it, right? I'm sure you enjoy it, right? There we go. Like that. Like this. It's going to be fun. He loves making spawn builds. He's happy, trust me. Got you. I love building. Got you. Got you. Okay, well, I'm glad. It would be... it'd be sucky if it was like, oh, actually, no. Hope you have an honorable tip. Me, as always. Let's see. I think I might, like, change the drawing a little, as in the size, so that I don't have to draw the ruffles. Because when I tell you, I'm dreading drawing them. Because they're okay at certain sizes. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. I hate drawing them. I hate drawing them so much. Because it's like, you gotta make it look good, because too many ruffles and it looks bad. And too little ruffles and it don't look like ruffles. And so it's literally just like squiggly, but you gotta do nice squigglies. And then the more ruffles there are, the more condensed there are. And so there's different versions of ruffles, and then you're supposed to like go like that, but then also bring it in under so that it looks correctly. But I can't do it. I just can't. It's too much. That's not the hold button. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's see. How can I change that? I could probably make her bigger. Select. Nope. Select the entirety. And she is on a separate layer, I think. We'll go. Now she feels like too big. Okay, let's see. A little bit smaller. You know what? I could change the whole perspective of it. I'm goofy. I'm goofy. I was thinking about this the wrong way. This is a good size though. What did I do? What did I just do? I don't know what I did. Wait, I have a history tab. Invert selected area? Ah, it's fine. I deselected. It's fine. Okay, go to layer, deactivate that. Let me change the entirety of the view. Okay, so I want her to be over here. Actually, I may just have to, like, make the entire thing bigger. Okay, erase that. Grab that. I'll change that separately. But let's select everything. The only thing is the server would not be open to the public till I finish spawn. It would be open to close friends and builders only. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's usually how the development path goes, doesn't it? I mean, for anything too. For games too, it's only open to like testers first, and then later on it opens up to the public, just to make sure everything's worked out beforehand so that it looks good whenever the public finally gets it. There's this one mod that I thought was cool, but it isn't 1.19.2. Aw, that sucks. Oof. And then I gotta change this. And... oops. Nope. Zoom out. Grab this. Cause like, I want to make it bigger, but the lines are way too thick. If I'd drawn the wall on a separate layer than my character, then it would have been fine, but because I didn't, it bothers me. It's heartbreaking when you're looking for mods and seeing it was never touched again after X months. Yeah, I've seen that definitely a couple times. There was this one shader pack that I love so much, and they hadn't updated in like years, and so I wasn't able to use that shader pack anymore. Let's see. Why are those lines so much thicker? I was probably using like a thicker pen, and then I made it smaller for something, but I didn't make it big again. Because damn, those lines are thick. Because of that, it's drawing focus to like the back, which is not what I want. No, cancel. Okay, wait. Go back. Like right there should be good. And then we go through and let me select. I don't remember if she's on a separate layer from the cake in the present, but just in case. There we go. Make these a lot smaller. And then what I can do for the wall is go through and select it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's see, when that happens, I update it myself. Oh my gosh. Okay, gotta be very, very precise here. Nope. My hand always budges whenever I'm like lifting the pen, so it's really hard to get like the proper cuts that I want sometimes. Okay, let me go through and select what I need here. Probably like right there. Yeah, that should be good. Why? Okay, good thing the undo button reselects. Otherwise, I would sob. Oh yeah, no, definitely I was drawing in a different... Oh my god, don't tell me I was drawing with this. Probably was. Jesus. Okay. Let's go back. And let's just make everything thick. Nope. Try selecting the eraser again. Wait! Oh no, wait, I just didn't do it. Okay. 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 Might need to learn how to do that. Yeah, if that's a prevalent issue, then it might be something worth learning, but I don't know what all that entails, so I wish you luck in your future endeavors. Make everything thick, yo, bro. Now, did you know that there's a thing to make water thick, and it's for like older people who have trouble drinking water or something, or like liquids? And it's called like Thicket, if I'm not mistaken. And so they put that in water and it makes it like thicker, which is weird because water shouldn't be thick. But I get it. It's for people who have a hard time drinking water and stuff. Thick. Yeah. Thick with 3 C's. There we go. I can't get these lines right. There we go. Bet. Oh, there we go. Okay, I might actually go through and manually decrease it. See, because if I drew in vectors layer... Okay, so... Clip Studio has an option to do vector drawings and stuff. The only thing is, it's like really hard to use and not really great if you're using it for actual vector work. So stuff like SVGs, which are scalable vector graphics, you can make them in Clip Studio, but unless you're exporting as like a PNG or something that's not actually a vector graphic, then they're pretty much useless. But I usually don't draw in vector graphics because they're, I don't know, they're just, I don't need them, so why would I? But they are more useful in the long run because you can do stuff like change line weight and like edit lines. So let's say I didn't like this curve, I could go in and look at the actual control points. Of course, it is a lot more work than I say, because like, okay, so like, if I open up a vector layer, right? That's what that little like cube that you can't see. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay, so that's what that little cube means. And so if I go through with a brush, right? And if I do like that, then I can actually go through and see all the little control points. But while that's useful for some cases, in stuff like detailed character work and stuff, or like illustrations, it's more hassle than it's worth, because actually selecting the correct control point and, you know, maneuvering it the right way, more hassle than it's worth. So I I don't really use it. I used to, because whenever I found out about it, I was like, oh, this is great, and I used it so much, and then I was like, actually, this is a lot more work than it used to be, and then I stopped using it. Okay, there's no way I can make these lines thinner than the other ones. So it means I have to make these thicker. It's fine. It's just tracing. It shouldn't be hard. I'm trying to convince myself so much. Okay, let's see. That button. Crazy? I was crazy once. Locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. The rats made me crazy. Go. Okay. Yeah. So that'll work. Kind of want to add tech mods, but I know Paprika would be a grandma about it and not understand. Well, you're right. I don't understand, but I don't know. I don't. It's not that I don't understand, it's just I've never heard of it, so I don't know what you're talking about. So, I mean, it's to be expected, you know? If it's something that you never use, of course you're not going to be an expert at it. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to try and go through and get at least the edges of it like that. So that I can see what it would look like. Oh, it's so much thicker than I'm used to. I don't really like that. But I have to, because the other option is make the other ones impossibly thin, which is not going to be bueno. Add them, I can teach her. Bruh, best to give her mods about exploration, and especially flowers and trees. Yeah, y'all probably see. Can't even deny it. I'm starting to learn more that if I wasn't constantly in survival mode in normal Minecraft, then I would actually explore more. And decorate a lot more than I normally do, because the thing is I die so often that I never really get around to actually building stuff. Nope. Okay. I'll have to relearn them a bit myself, but it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. Whole learning curve, but it'll be fun. It'll give you good party stories to tell. There we go. I wish there was a way to convert. Okay, so what these are called, right? The regular ones without the cubes, they're called raster layers. And so there's a way to convert vector layers into actual raster layers, but there's no way to convert the raster layers into vector layers, which sucks. I would even take, like, its best attempt at it because, God, it's difficult. It's difficult not working with it whenever you find out you need it. Like that. Nope. Eraser. I like to make my brain go, the fuck is that? And then, that, ooh, and like... Yeah, it's definitely never bad to keep challenging your brain to learn new things, because it keeps your senses sharp, and then, you know, you continue to learn things, which are good. There we go. There we go. It's probably gonna look really bad whenever I zoom out. Those lines. Yeah, they do. There we go. Oh my god. rotate. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. Nope. There we go. By the way, you've been live a lot longer than you planned. You are right. I was lost in the sauce. No, I was really trying to finish that part. But yeah, I still gotta go and edit for the night. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Because yeah, I do have other stuff that I need to do that maybe totally I wasn't procrastinating about by being on here. No, I would never. Alright, so with that, thank you. Oh, I forgot chat's still broken right here. Y'all are there in my heart. Wait, is it one of these? No. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna go edit, and so I will see y'all tomorrow from, was it 1 to 4, I think? Bye, I'll be working on the mod pack. Okay, good luck. Thank you for your hard work. Let's see, tomorrow it will be from, yeah, 1 to 4 p.m. we'll be in Minecraft, so yeah. Good night, stay safe, y'all, sleep well. You too, bye! Bye! And then the tab, which is totally open. Yeah, there it is. Okay, bye.